describes acts of extreme violence in graphic detail and may include discussions about demonology and the occult, topics that caused widespread panic during the 1980s. This content may not be suitable for children under the age of 50. Viewer and listener discretion is advised. Welcome to the GROGTALK with your hosts, Dan and James.
Oh yeah, I didn't get the. You texted it to me, didn't you? Yeah.
No, I messaged you in the Skype.
Yeah, I see that one. I just need to make sure I'm looking at the.
Yeah, but I sent you the thing. Hey, well, that's a good smooth transition. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
Wait, you were caught off guard?
Well, we've been alive for about 20 seconds, and
that's my fault.
that's all right. Again, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to GROGTALK. I'm James. Now Dan's first.
I'm Dan.
All right, Dan. Where are we from today, Dan?
We're still in the abyss, layer 68, which you tell me is a void.
It's not just any void.
Why is it not just any void?
Because it's the swallowing void, it says.
Oh,
Swallowed void. It's not just any void. This is the swallowed void.
This is good. I'm happy about this.
Right.
So is this the end?
I feel like it is, unless we have a necklace of adaption. I think we're dead. So that's
We're
okay.
done. We should right off the bat make a save. If we fail, GROGTALK's over. We've been swallowed. James and Dan have been swallowed. I'm rolling. Are you gonna roll? Are
Okay,
you reaching for
I
dice?
can roll, yeah. What
All
level?
right.
What level are we?
Well, you mean what level would James and Dan be if James and Dan were adventurers?
That's right.
That's bad. I don't like that question.
Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna roll and see what happens.
Yeah, you're right. Roll first.
Hey, 15. I think I saved.
Okay. All right. So I grabbed you, obviously.
Yes.
I saw your hand.
You didn't get
Come
swallowed
here.
into the void, exactly.
Yeah, all right.
We're standing at the exit of the swallowed void, and we said, "Hey, should we go in?" And we decided not to, which was probably smart.
Probably what we did is we got too close to it. There's a sign. It said it was a little fence.
That's
It
right.
says swallowed void, and you stepped over to take a
Right.
picture.
That's right. Like a selfie again. We're trying to do the selfie.
Yeah,
thing.
we were taking selfies of ourselves at the swallowed void. Okay.
Doing one of these things, and then I fell back and I almost fell into the swallowed void. So.
All right, we live.
But yeah, supposedly
lives.
there's no breathing. What did it say here? It's barren and it was been abandoned. That's interesting.
Is it on the market?
Apparently, it's barren and completely airless. So I wonder what the listing is on Zillow for that.
Yeah.
Swallowed
Yeah.
void.
Swallowed void.
Plenty of potential. Great potential.
So you're the real estate agent of hell? I'm sorry,
Of
the abyss.
That's right.
Of the abyss. Yeah. All right.
Great potential. Fixer upper. This hidden gem in the top levels of the abyss is just waiting for the right demon lord to come and.
Yeah, nestled quaintly between the 67th and the 69th layers.
Exactly.
Right.
Easy
All
to get to. Exactly. So, but yes, we are on the 68th layer, and so today's show. Hopefully, we're going to have our good friend Vic Dorso on, right? The Scourge of the North. He's got some things he wants to talk about, and he wants to run us through some more of the tales from Greyhawk, I guess is what we're calling it.
And when you say Vic wants to, quote, run us through.
Yes.
Yes. You mean Vic wants to, quote,
literally.
run us through.
Literally. Yeah, okay. and figuratively. Yeah. So you have to make up your con again.
I can't find my character.
This is not...
I'm a mess.
You know, wherever the other characters you have, that's where it is.
The character stash.
Yeah.
You know, it's like it's in my... Well, probably was the last time that we did the hexcrawl.
Right.
Was it pre-COVID? Was I at your house? Do you think?
It's right around that time. I feel like we did it separately, but you could be right.
Well, assuming I am right, and I don't know that I am, it's probably, underneath like a floor mat in my car. Or I'm always losing dice, and they're in my car somewhere. I figured I'll find stuff later. I haven't quite understood the concept that if you take the time to play.
Oh, hold on. Go ahead, say it again.
Later. Oh, is it? Yeah, we're having difficulty here, aren't we?
Yeah, you burped again. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was just saying I haven't quite figured out the concept that if you place stuff now where it should be, it'll be easier to find later.
Right. Well, I think you're like one of the, what they say, infants, right? As soon as the object leaves their field of view, it has no it's been bleeped out of existence. They have no idea.
Yeah, the question whether it even exists anymore at that point. So, all right.
That's right. So, okay.
Whatever. Yeah, as you said, I was a first level magic user. What's the range of error on that?
Yeah.
Did I have 67 hit points or 43 hit points? I mean, really? If I get hit, I'm dead.
Yes, that's right.
Does anyone ask a first level magic user, so how many hit points do you have? Does it matter? How often does that matter?
Yeah.
They just say you're dead.
That's right. Exactly. Well, I think I have 6 because I was I rolled on method 5, which was one of the first because
without approval.
Well, no, I think Vic allows UA. That's why I did it.
Okay.
Or excuse me, Carlos, because Carlos would have started. All right, so we've gotten some news about GrogCon, but we can't share it yet. We do know it's going to happen next year. Is that a fair statement without divulging too much?
Well, doesn't a lot of it now depend upon what's happening with COVID, I guess? I mean...
it may not happen with us. Excuse me. Let me say it that way.
I mean, how optimistic are you? But yes, the answer to your question is yes. So the date has been selected, and once that's publicly disclosed, then we can disclose it. But yes, it is anticipated to be having it in the spring.
Right. In the springtime.
Everything has an asterisk now, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's right. That's true. And well, that's a good segue into the other thing, which is our Flipping and Turning magazine's coming together quite well.
Yes, Rob Ritchie is hard at work. Our Tim Kask equivalent.
That's right.
And he's, it sounds like he's doing a great job. Actually, I've seen some of the stuff that he's put together. It looks great. I think Vic Dorso has contributed a monster. Do you know what the title of the monster column is? It's really good. I think it's a great title.
No,
Rob Ritchie.
Well, this is a good teaser for folks because we've got Craig and Shannon's on, so let's give them a teaser of the name of it.
The name of it is Terrible Monsters. Rob Ritchie came up with that. That's funny.
It is.
You like that? And you know what he said? So our viewers and listeners need to be warned. Rob has announced that he will be giving monsters the White Dwarf treatment. Right. So you know how they can be critical.
Exactly.
They publish them as is and then criticize.
Yeah.
Not sure why. Or even I love when they'll publish it and they forgot to announce what it turns as. It's undead and people forget to indicate what it turns as, and they'll point that out. So yeah, so have a thick skin, folks.
Right. This better not be your favorite monster that you thought, wow, it was so creative, because
this is it. Right.
He's the New York Times food critic or something like that. He's just going to, what is that, History of the World, the first critic? That's him. He's going to be that guy.
So it's coming along real well. I've written an article. I've submitted it.
I've heard you're ahead of me. I submitted my outline. I have not done the.
Oh, what is this, a school project?
Well, he
first you need to hand in your outline. You get 10 points for that.
I'm following the rubric. I want to make sure I maximize the points I get.
That's probably what Rob Ritchie said when he got mine. Did this guy even start with an outline?
Well, he thought yours was great. He said yours was great. I mean, he's a good editor because a few days ago he sent a note. Hey, I just was curious what how your first article was going. Translation: you haven't sent it to me yet. what are you doing? So I sent him an article. I sent him an outline. I had thought about it.
You know what's hilarious is everyone is on everyone. So Vic Dorso is unfortunately I've got everyone after me. I'm not after anyone. Vic Dorso is after Rob for Rob's contribution to a collection of adventures, and then Rob is after us. It just goes round and round,
right?
You know. But so he asked me. So I, on my article, my column is parenthetical evil.
Perfect.
Thank you. As you probably know, where I'll highlight a different parenthetical evil monster, and I'm starting with another teaser. I'm starting with the giant rat. And Rob, I said, how many words? And Rob said, well, 800. Can you write 800 words on the giant rat? You know how many words?
2,000. 2,000.
Close. It was like, it could have been. It was like 1,700. Like, this is fascinating. I have a book. So hang on. I use real source material, my friend. I got like a book on I have a book on animal.
Yeah.
On animals that Edward got Kathleen, my daughter. And so I pulled that out, and so yeah, it was a lot of fun learning about giant rats. Well, I'm very upset that they're well, I shouldn't say that they're made evil. That's a different discussion.
Well, what was funny was that he thought you would not write 800. See, for me, he should have said 400, and you would have got 800. I mean, I think we went over when you sent me the notes for the Halls of Tiz and Thane.
That's when you've learned about this long ago.
Yeah, that was a 6. So right again, White Dwarf. It's what, 5 pages in it, 6 pages in Halls of Tiz and Thane, something like that.
And the adventure itself.
Right. The notes you sent me were 93 pages. When you said the appendix was on page 93.
There's, in fairness, there's a lot of page breaks.
Okay. There's still a lot of material there.
I rolled up personality. You know, and what is it, like 101, 102, wherever it is on the DMG for NPC. I rolled the personalities for all of the gang of Sega Thane.
The Cimmerillion's like a crib. It would be for you like your Cliff Notes for the Tolkien word. That's nothing. If you were to write the Cimmerillion, it would be 14 volumes or something like that.
That's right. Oh, can I make a quick mention? So I know we got to get going.
Yes.
We got a lot of stuff here. So you talked about Silmarillion. I saw there's this woman who watches Lord of the Rings. She shows it on YouTube for the first time. Her last name's Gold. I can't remember her first name. Laura Gold. I can't remember.
So you're watching
Gold.
people who watch Lord of the Rings?
Yes, but it's so funny. She is so funny, her reactions. She so gets into it. It's really worth it. So, all right. But we digress. Let's do it. Where are we?
Give us the link. So, well, we talked about GROGTALK. We talked about the magazine. So that'll be for our patrons. We're hoping, October 1st, I think, is when that would be released. And then we'll decide how we're going to release it to the public. But, obviously, a lot of the folks online are supporting it as well. So thanks for contributing. If you want to contribute, go to our Discord channel. I think we're closed for this session, or this magazine, but the next magazine, which will be hopefully quarterly, we're being optimistic. We're already planning a second magazine. And go out to our Discord channel and go to the Grogzine channel, or you can send to editor@grogcon.com, and that goes to Rob, any submissions or ideas. So,
and I've seen some artwork. Did you see the earwig?
No, I haven't seen anything. I want it to be a complete surprise.
Yeah, it was really good. It's really good. Rob has gotten some amazing artwork submitted, which if I recall correctly was by patron or the patrons.
One of our patrons, yeah.
Patrons. It was amazing. It was great.
So
artwork was fantastic.
So it's really coming together. And again, that's thanks to everyone here. There was also Grognard's Guild Online, and DM Brian ran a mini GrogCon that happened last week, and it was very good. I played in one of the events. A lot of people positive things, so we still may need to do a winter GrogCon thing, fest event, whatever we're going to call it. It was a lot of fun. He did a really good job. So, and I mean, he DM'd like 10 days on his vacation. So,
wow,
that was pretty. Yeah. That was pretty amazing. Oops, that's
because I was impressed with what I did at GrogCon. I just ran 3 games.
Right.
I was like, look at me.
Right. He played every day. every day,
Right.
something on Skype. So that was a lot of fun. Okay, so and if you all want to play on our Grognards Guild Online, it's every Friday at this point. Brian does his last night. Ed, another friend of ours, not your Ed, does the next Friday. If you want a DM, we're always looking for DMs. If you are interested in DM, you can send something to me at info or go to the Discord, go under game planning, say you want a DM, and either Brian or myself will get you set up. Okay, so we have, we're going to give something away today, part of the giveaway to our patrons, but we have 2 new patrons that we have to give titles. So let's get these titles presented.
Fantastic.
So the first title I think you should see is from Skylos. I'm going to say it's Skylos. And he or she, but we're going to go with he. Not to be offensive, but that's what we're going with. He is claiming Alaska, which is good. Remember how our West Coast was like completely unclaimed? Now it's pretty filled in.
Yeah, and that's a great name. Skyless is a great name. That would be a great D&D name.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
It is. It looks very similar to Skilos, which is Greek for Veremoskilo. Skilo is a dog, if I remember correctly. So I don't know if it's Skylos or Skilos. So we'll have to ask him.
And I think it's exciting. I don't know if he is simply claiming Alaska or he is from Alaska.
We don't know.
But if he's from Alaska, that's great.
Yes.
Because now we
really the whole continent. That would be amazing. I didn't get a chance to talk to him that much. I messaged him back and forth. So, you know the drill. You have your D30, correct?
I have my D30.
All right. So I need you to roll that D30 and divide it by 2.
I rolled a 22. Divided by 2 is 11.
11. 11. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. Hey, another Captain General.
Captain General.
All right. I'm typing this. We're going to assume his. Roll a D30.
28.
28 Eternal. Very nice. Another D30.
11.
11, 15, 14, 13. Eternal Majesty. Wow. That's pretty good. It's working out. Now I need a 15. D30 divided by 2.
Yep. 2.
2 King. Eternal Majesty King. Wow. This is pretty amazing. Now a D60. So a D30 and a D6, or whatever way you want to multiply it by.
It is a 7.
Well, you rolled it. You rolled a D.
I did. Yes. No, it's a clean yes, because I rolled a 3 on a 6-sided.
Oh, 7. Okay.
It's a clean 7.
Devout.
Ah.
Devout. The Majesty King Devout. And now a D30, please.
12.
15, 14. Dominator. That's good.
Whoa.
Dominator.
The Devout Dominator?
Not the Devout Dominator of Alaska. Come on.
I love it.
That's awesome. Dominator.
So he's devout and he's a dominator. So I'm thinking lawful good or lawful evil.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
I mean, I guess he could be devout and be chaotic, of course, but I don't know. Somehow devout. That strikes me as kind of lawfully. I don't know.
Right. Well, but that came out. Another Captain General. We always love the Captain General. Or, as Scourge said, can we call him King Crab of Alaska? That'll be up to him.
Yeah, you find out.
We'll find out.
Call him that.
That's right.
See what happens.
Exactly. So we are, by the powers invested in us, by us, we now proclaim the following title to Skylos. Skylos is the Captain General, His Eternal Majesty,
King, Devout Dominator of Alaska.
Ah, wonderful. So, welcome and congratulations. So, very good. And now we have one, Mr. David Cox, who was very interesting because, and I'm going to probably need help from the Scourge. He says, "Hi guys, happy to join the Empire. I'm coming from the founder lands of Wisconsin, specifically Walworth County, Lake Geneva. I actually discovered you guys from the interview with Ernie after finding out that the dungeon is being rebuilt here. I look forward to expanding the empire. And he's on. There he is. He's online. So go ahead.
I was just we've talked about this before, haven't we?
Right. So I did mention to him that the free city of Lake Geneva, has to be a free city, and he's acknowledged that. So
okay.
he's gonna run the county basically, Walworth.
The rest of the county.
That's right, Walworth County.
Okay. Yeah. So this is a pretty big deal, though.
Right. He's the protector of the free city. I mean, you have to get through him.
That's right. If you're making the pilgrimage to get to the Holy Land.
Right.
Yeah, you'd have to.
He's going to be
he's rich.
That's right. Yeah, so he's got everything but the county seat. I don't even know if it's the county seat. He'll have to come up with a map and figure out where he's going to put his residence there.
I think the dice don't lie.
Right.
And I think it's going to be a very interesting role because the area he's taking is, I think the dice know this. It's going to be very interesting.
Right.
This is going to say a lot.
Hold on. People want to give him a title because of this unique position, and we say, hey, we can't do that. We have to roll dice. We have to roll dice. I mean, I get it.
Why are they doubting the dice?
I don't know. Maybe because they know us. Maybe they're not doubting the dice.
They've seen divine intervention. They're suspicious.
They
They don't trust me. They trust the dice. They don't trust me.
Exactly.
I don't know what the roles are. I don't know what the good role is for titles.
Yeah. All right. So let's get going here. Let me put Skylos's title in because what happens is if I forget to put it in here, and then when I go online to make them a shield, it doesn't work. All right. So D30 divided by 2, please.
11.
Another Captain General.
Wow, because it's a 21, right? Well, we round up, don't we?
Yep, 10.5, 11. Yep. Today.
But if we round it up, wouldn't a 2 be a 2? No, it'd be a 1. Sorry, that was stupid of me. It's not a 1.5, a 3. That makes sense. 1 and 2 is 1, right? Yeah. Sorry. It's early. Okay,
Go.
Another Captain General.
Yeah. Well, this is the Captain General Day. It's okay. It's just right after my birthday. Everyone's a Captain General. Boop. So.
Okay.
All right. D30.
21.
21. Ugh. Okay. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Radiant. His Radiant. That's right.
See?
It's good.
It's happening already, don't you think?
I think so. D30.
26.
26, 30, 29, 28, 26. Lordship.
Oh. Radiant Lordship.
I like that. D15, please.
9.
2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Viscount. That's good. It's county.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
Viscount. See? Doubters.
Oh, wait. We'll see what happens. D60.
24.
24. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25. Astounding.
See?
The Astounding, excuse me. Maybe just Astounding. The Viscount Astounding. Okay. All right, this is the big one. D30.
Okay. 23.
23. 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23. Guardian of. Thank you.
See?
Thank you.
See?
I want to show this because people are going to be like, nah, they made this up. It's right there. Guardian. Oh, right there.
Yep. And you see, and what I have to say?
Dice don't lie.
Exactly.
This is why we let the dice do their thing.
GROGTALK out.
Exactly. All right. So let me.
Those are two good ones
Those are
today.
good ones. Yeah. Those are good.
They're all good. These continue to be good.
All right. So by the power invested in us by us, we now proclaim the following title to Mr. David Cox. David Cox, you are the Captain General, His Radiant Lordship,
Viscount, Astounding Guardian of Walworth County.
Congratulations. Yes, and may your reign be true, and Guardian, guard the sacred lands.
That's a lot of pressure.
That is a lot of pressure. That is a lot of pressure there. So I've got to update the map. I'm going to need to work on that as well. So here's the next pressure. The next pressure for you is you get to determine who gets the giveaway.
Okay.
So we, thanks to all our patrons, we are able to, and thanks to our dear friend, the Scourge of the North, who will be on at 9:30, we have a lot of great swag that Angry Dwarf Games gave, including, so we're not going to choose. You get to choose. If you win, you'll either get a choice of a mini groggy or Keep It Blood Red Falls copy that we have. So that's what we're going to do now. So Dan, I need you to roll. I've worked on this. Our accounting firm worked on this for hours to come up with what is a fair and equitable way based on multiple criteria, blah, 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 blah. The accounting firm of Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe. And so you will roll a, very simply, you will roll a D100 and then a D6. And just tell me what the numbers are, because I don't want you to be skewed by it.
93.
On the D100?
Obviously.
Okay.
And a 6.
A 6. Okay.
On the D7.
All right. So you did exactly what I was afraid of. You will have to...
roll more?
Nope. You will not have to roll more. Hold on. Let's see. Let's see.
Carry the 1.
That's right. Yes, you'll have to roll that again, please. Sorry.
Same thing again?
Yes, roll that again.
28.
28, yep.
And a 1.
Okay, wonderful. Well, people are going to think we cheated, but the dice don't lie. So the winner of the following prize is none other than the Chamberlain of Brandywine, Robert Ritchie. Congratulations. He is the winner.
James, wasn't your son on the winning team
Yes.
in the tournament?
Yes.
For like the 3rd straight year?
He's won the tournament. Yes, but one year I didn't run him. He didn't go through my adventure. So, Rob Ritchie, congratulations. Please either message me on one of the formats and let me know, would you like a mini groggy, or again created by the Scourge of the North, Vic Dorso, and they are super cool because he even has a little LED light. Or would you like a copy of Keep It Blood Red Falls? Your choice. And good news, folks. He doesn't need to be okay. Good. Well, good news is we're going to do this again next month. We're doing this every month. So if you didn't win this month, that's not a problem. Next month. So if you want to be win, you have to become a patron of any level, and that'll determine the higher level, the more chances you have to win. You need to be a registered paying patron by September 30th. Go to patreon.com/GROGTALK, and you too can win. And you too have an opportunity to win. So, so that means next month you guys have another chance. Super cool. All right. Next thing we have to talk about. We did the giveaway, so yes, I was going to use the little chitlets again, but I ran out of chitlets, so I couldn't do it that way. I had to do some convoluted thing. So very, very nice.
I'm impressed.
Yeah, well, it's good enough. I will show the groggy in a second. I got to go get it. That's the problem. I'll probably do it when we go on break, and I'll show it later. All right, Swedish Challenge. We're in Belgium now. How about that? Isn't that crazy? Doing pretty well.
That is crazy.
No reviews. If you want to help us out, please go out to iTunes, do a review, put what you think, and then we'll read it online. Now, one of the things that has not been resolved has been this land issue. As you know, the Scourge announced here and other places that his intention to annex certain parts of Michigan, and then that started a whole thing of people wanting to do it. We set up a channel under the Grog Empire, which if you're a patron, you can participate part of it. A lot of discussions back and forth. So we need to establish how disputes are going to be handled. I know this is of key importance to you because you've asked me almost every week how we're going to resolve this. Yeah. So the translation for everyone there, Dan doesn't care. He doesn't care. He doesn't care this is not in his wheelhouse, which...
I'm sorry. I'm a very busy man.
he's a busy man being hounded by the Scourge. So...
the Scourge, Rob Ritchie, yeah.
Yeah, so...
You know, it's bad when I'm doing more writing for D&D now than other writing. Okay.
Well, but, you know, you're working from home now, so that's... all that commute time should be... Oh, you still have to go to school? I thought you did...
No, I go in.
Oh, I thought they were doing the virtual one. I'm sorry.
They are. No, I'm not.
Good for you.
Thank you.
You're a brave man. You're like my wife, who's...
That's always what you want to hear when you say, yeah, you know, I'm doing it face to face. Yeah, you're a brave man. That's so reassuring. I really prefer that's awesome because, you know, there's really just almost no risk. So that's a smart thing to do.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, okay. You know. I mean,
let's roll to see. Hold on. Let's roll to see if I die from COVID.
Well, you only have 2 years left, so...
Face to face. Oh, yeah, we already know I'm going to die.
But just how?
So I shouldn't roll again. But don't you think that it could be advanced? Because No, the dice don't lie. All right, let's keep moving on.
That's the 2 years. So, just to kind of paraphrase this, a bunch of people came up with options. Josh, our dear friend from Indiana, you know, there was this idea of, do we want some kind of mass combat or and some rules that would be relatively simple. I think and he came up with some rules. I reviewed them, and I think they're fine as is. But you know, my problem with any of the mass combat, because it's one of the topics that we still need to talk about, is yes, it's part of the game, but it's not a core part of the game. And some people don't like that war gamey kind of thing, right? I mean, it's when I try to do it, we used to have the battle system. I still have it.
Yep, we had it.
And some of the people loved it because, you know, they're all about the little chits, the big chits, and moving them around, and folks were not that. So, anyways, fast forward. My take on it is I like the idea of a champion. And that there should be a time once a quarter. Probably, you know, we would do this just before the end of the year, where there would be, so the Scourge could name his champion. The undeclared land would have a champion. There would be a struggle, and if he won, he got the titling. If he's disputing with another area, same thing. There would be a champion, and so, you know, I think the goals are to have fun, play 1E, because that's really 1E. You either make a monster or a player, and someone adjudicates it, someone does the DM, player versus player. And some of the other rules I think should do is you can't conquer other people, because again, for us, having less lords and ladies is a problem. Why is it a problem?
You mean less money?
That's right.
I mean, 'cause patrons die. Oh, yeah, we don't want we don't like dead patrons.
Unless you're going to take over their pledge, which would be, then maybe that's a different story. But I don't think most people. Congratulations, you've won the land of whatever. Now you owe us more money. So
right. Well, that would cut down on invasions.
That's right. People would be like, "Hey, take over my land," as they'd be trying to sell these auction lots.
Yeah, you just send them over to me now. Like, all right, you need to go to the legal department.
Right.
Congratulations. Yeah. Go down to that office.
Yeah, now,
talk to Dan.
Except unless we have to collect from people. That would be the other thing. That would be the only time we would do that. So it's really about either unclear borders or unclaimed territory. So in the case of the Scourge, you know, where does the northern part of Michigan, the UP, maybe he could, you know, that we'd have to adjudicate that. And the only other thing is if you become an inactive member, you'll never lose your title. We decreed that last time. But you may be a landless person. So that would be the other time. So if someone stopped paying, you know, and it wouldn't be it would be a season. You know, if you missed a month, because things happen. You know, the economy's terrible. But if you haven't done it for 3 months, you basically said, hey, I've moved on. And so then at that point, it may be up for grabs.
What was I thinking? Is basically what you're saying.
Yes, exactly. That's right. What was I thinking? So what I'm going to also suggest is I haven't talked to the Chamberlain of Australia because he is one of our first patrons.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So I am suggesting that if he is willing, that he should adjudicate these things with maybe Josh, DM Brian, and David come up with the rules, and then that during this Tournament of Champions, David Thompson, the Chamberlain of Australia, would be the judge. He would be the DM for these champions.
That makes sense because rumor has it he's the sage.
Right, he's the sage.
Or flipping and turning.
That's right.
Quite appropriately so. So that it makes sense that he would adjudicate as well.
I was going to call him before that, but I'm like, let's put him on the spot.
Is he lawful? He should be lawful neutral, I hope. Don't you think?
He's definitely lawful. I mean, he's either challenge accepted. Excellent. So my thought is
that's exactly what you say to the emperors.
That's
Very
right.
appropriate, right? I accept.
And I agree with Vic. There has to be. It should be. Vic's the undeclared land should be easy to conquer because they're unorganized. Right. There should be some. Maybe a monster. So we're gonna have to come up with, basically, how much. So my idea would be either you get 5,000 XP, or 5,000 XP and 3,000 gold pieces, and we can either decide you can either create a character with that, or you could use an XP monster. And you don't tell anyone, and then you tell this, in this case, the judge, the Chamberlain, and they play D&D to resolve it.
That'd be cool.
Are you okay with that?
Who are you talking to?
You.
To me?
Yes, we are a partnership.
That sounds fantastic. I love that idea. I love the idea that you could also pick a monster if you wanted.
Right.
Because then, so I imagine, and this, of course, I assume would be up to the Chamberlain to decide the details, but I could just imagine, this arena and these doors open up.
Exactly.
You have no idea what's coming out.
That's exactly right. That's
oh my God! It's a Go-Delicious.
Right.
It's a giant goat.
Go-Delicious with horns. Was it horseshoes of speed or whatever?
Yeah. So here's the thing: could you get multiple things? So could I be a gnome riding Go-Delicious if I've got enough points? You know what I mean?
Well, that's some of the things the only thing I'd have to say, it had to be a champion. Like, you couldn't have 10,000 ants. That's not a champion.
Here come the plague of rats.
Right. Yeah.
That's a lot of rats.
Right. You can't do that.
Rolls?
Yeah. That's why we don't want this to be a 5-hour grind.
I'm going to kill you from disease. 6 months later, you die.
Right. So I'm going to let I'll get with David later since he's accepted, and maybe Brian and Josh, because Brian actually put a treatise out. Can we just get along? He after seeing all the you need to go on the Discord. They're ready to go to war. People have their harpy armies and slad armies ready to invade other people.
So I could be an assassin, and then I could lobby for the assassin table.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, poor David.
Yeah. Well, and that's the things we have to talk about. Can you get help from others? I put that in. Maybe you can get if you get help from allies. Absolutely, that's something that David will have to do.
Wait, are you suggesting that people then could be saying hey, let's gang up on whoever?
Right. Yeah.
They're even before the battle starts.
Right.
So Vic could walk out and everybody just, is it like Survivor? Everybody just piles on him.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Well, and because there are people who are lining up against the Scourge, but then there are people who are supporting it. It could be a free for all. I'm not sure how we're going to do this.
You know what, James? It's just possible that I would watch this.
It's getting a little more interesting for you.
It's getting mildly interesting.
Okay.
Yes.
So we'll plan on this so if you have a land, either something you want to claim. Now, again, the other part is, this is where Dan is interested. If you are a copper patron and you want to take over, I don't know, South America, we're not going to allow that to happen.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
so you'll get a small village in Peru.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. You may get, the hill next to it.
The hill next to the small village in Peru.
Right. We don't give out giant land masses anymore like that. It has to be reasonable based on your level of tribute, because based on what you provide, that shows how what a great steward you are of the empire. So
you need money to run these places.
right, exactly. If you can't afford to support the empire, how can you run these massive lands?
It would be negligent of us to allow you to do it without the proper funding.
So tentatively, there'll be an event in December. December to remember. Maybe we'll have a little tournament. We'll have the champion tournament with David Thompson. Our end of year stuff. It'll be good. Because based on you teaching, you may not be around much longer. So we might as well get this planned before that.
and at some point, I don't know, maybe at some point we're having the monster combat, right? All the winners go to Licious Return.
Oh yes, that's right.
The
Tournament of Champions for that, which would be good too, because David will be proficient at that now. I mean, he's proficient now, so perfect. Yes, the goat, the true goat, the goat of goats, the greatest of all time.
Exactly. Go to Licious.
All right, very good. So we have decreed that. So sometime in December, if you have a land dispute that you want to adjudicate, or an unclaimed land that you have to submit it into the Discord channel, which means you have to be a patron. There's a theme. Go out there and we will do that. Okay, excellent. Thank you for your support on that. I wanted to take care of some of the Empire's business. We talked about the ezine, and we talked about... So now we are ready for random encounter.
Yay. All right. Let's do it. Okay, so we're doing the Dorso roll.
Yeah, so for those who don't remember, we're still with the Shadow Mastiff. And why are we still with the Shadow Mastiff?
Well, because he always wins, right?
Well, he wins, but he won because of your play that last time.
Did he really?
Yes, I had to go back and remember. So
I have no memory. Oh, wait. Yeah, my poor play. My bad play.
Poor is a strong word.
No, but there was a lesson there. The wish spell.
Yes.
I think you played that appropriately. So that was a lot of fun. So
that was. So, but that's why the Shadow Mastiff is still here.
Okay. All right. So a 2.
A 2. Okay. So that is the Fiend Folio, correct?
Oh, where's my Fiend Folio? It's upstairs. Well, let's roll with the monstrous. You don't know that I need it. So I'll roll it. Oh, you need my numbers, don't you?
Yeah, I don't know what your numbers are.
Should we switch over to the Monster Manual 2 since I have it right here?
Sure. No, you can't do that.
So what are you going to talk about?
I'm going to talk about you and how you don't prepare, how you're focused on more other things, not.
Yeah. Here, I'll show you. Here's kitten 1. I'll show you guys to give you I'll give you a little kitten shot.
I can tell you what you're focused on. Cats.
Oh, on.
So
look at that.
For those on the podcast, he's showing cats.
All right, I'm going to get the Fiend Folio.
Yeah, it's okay. We'll see you.
I'll be right back. All right.
All right. That's okay. That's what people expect this on this live stream, not chaos. He will be right back. What time? Let me mark this down. This is what time on the stream, so I can edit this out. 43:51. 43:51. Dan has to go get the Fiend Folio. Good job. He'll be back. All right, let's see. Yeah, exactly. He's a cat hoarder. I don't know what to tell you. So I'll get the groggy. Okay, hold on. Now it's completely we've just abandoned the show. All right.
What did you guys say about me? Okay, we ready?
So this is for those. This is what you are playing for as one of your choices. I mean, it's super cool with the LED light. There you go. This is the best show ever. Thank you. There you go. That is what you're playing for.
Very cool.
Someone tuned Exactly. All right. Thanks again to Vic for doing this. So this is unpainted. You'll have to paint it, but it's super cool, and it fits a dice. I don't have a nice translucent one, but you get the idea. Look at that. Talk about awesome. All right. And when Vic's on, I'm sure he'll talk more about what he's been working on. Go ahead. So you're back, Dan, correct?
I'm back. Right. Roll a d10, please, sir.
Yes, sir. 10.
Oh my! Is this astral or
Another
ethereal?
astral ethereal
I
deal?
don't know. Let me say. I think so. Probably right. I'm
think
flipping
so.
and turning. Yes, it is astral and ethereal encounter table. It probably, it shouldn't be a 10% chance that we're always there, but it is what it is. So I now need you to roll a. We need to find out if we're in the astral or the ethereal.
Okay.
So
I rolled a 5.
okay, so we're in the ethereal.
Nice. That is different.
That's different. The astral's the one to the outer planes, right? So that's
Yes,
highway.
that's correctly. This is the stuff that surrounds us, like the Force.
Right. This is like where, the Gorgon is hanging out here, right?
Possibly. Well, they also can be on the ethereal. I mean, the astral.
So this is going to be something that is fairly powerful. I mean, right? If you're hanging out in the ethereal.
Or astral. If you're on either,
Yeah.
you're pretty good.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to need percentile, please.
Ready for a percentile. All right, percentiles. 48.
A ghost.
A ghost.
Wow.
You would think the shadow mastiff would be a pet of a ghost.
That's right. So hard to see the shadow mastiff, hard to see the ghost. This combat's hard to see. All right, so ghosts are nasty.
Have we done ghosts?
Oh, have we done ghosts or we just talked about ghosts?
I think we've talked about ghosts.
Well, I think we talked about ghosts, of course, in our award-winning Halloween special.
Yes, probably. I'm going to go with that. Or the undead.
We've not talked about ghosts other than that. So,
visible star, yeah. Yeah.
So
no.
don't look.
Don't look. Okay, I'm not looking.
Number one, I love the picture. I think the drawing's great. I don't know who did the drawing. I don't see initials, but the drawing's great.
It's almost as good as gelatinous cube one, but it's pretty good.
Wait, there is no gelatinous cube.
That's
you think that was intentional?
I think it was intentional.
That's funny. Okay, no, because you know what would have been better if there just been like initials. Where are the initials, right? They should have just drawn.
That's right. Yes. In fact, I should put that in mind. Perhaps I can have Earl. I'll ask.
Yes,
we should email Earl Otis. Can you send us? Can I take your signature block and put it on the gelatinous cube?
Yeah, that would be a great way to sign some, right? You're like you see him at a convention. Like here, can you sign this? Just put it in gelatinous cube, and then you could tell people like, oh yeah, you didn't get that edition.
Yeah, the special edition. That would be awesome. Okay.
How frequent is the ghost?
I'm gonna say it's rare.
It's very rare.
Oh, interesting.
This is more comforting. Number appearing?
I'm gonna go with 1.
You're right, sir. Armor class. This is where we've got a variable, of course.
Right. Well, I've dealt with ghosts before, so I know normally they're AC 0.
Correct. Very good.
But they also have a parenthetical AC 8, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, very good. You are absolutely correct.
And also, David Thompson put it out there on the chat. So
you saw it. Please, no answers from the audience.
That's all right.
Yeah, so I'll just tell you the move because that's not really interesting. 9 inches. The hit dice. Wow.
Yeah.
Hit dice.
10 hit dice or something?
Yes, 10. James, I hate to say this. You've played too much D&D. This is not a good thing. I know you think this is a good thing that you know these stats perfectly. It's a bad thing. Unless you had a ghost in your adventure yesterday. This is a bad
Didn't we
thing.
have a ghost? We had a ghost. Wasn't the sea captain a ghost? He was a sea ghost.
Okay, that's true. He was a sea ghost who was loosely based on a real ghost.
He was 10 hit dice, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I started with these stats. Okay, all right. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I mean, you basically insulted all our audience. If you know that a ghost AC 0 and hit dice 10, you've just done the Captain Kirk on them.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it's the Captain Kirk thing. Get a life. Except I'm Captain Kirk.
Yeah, except
I
you're.
have the right to say that.
Yeah.
The guy can say that. Get a life.
Yes, that's right.
I have no right.
Well, he's a
Okay.
ghost now, so he would like that. So, okay.
Percent in lair. Where is my lair? So it's a 25% in lair. Where's my lair?
Well, I assume it's the crypt or something. Or frequent.
Yeah, well, we'll get to that. So I guess we'll talk about where I hang out. They have treasure type E and S. You've made me. I think it's you. I've
Well,
gotten
who else
more
would it be?
Nobody. I've gotten more interested in treasure type because I just thought it was so hilarious that like some monsters just have silver.
Right.
They get gold. They're like, nah, I'm not feeling it. I like copper.
I've
So
got not just any. Some of them have thousands of electrum pieces. And
yeah,
that's
they
it.
just are like hoarding copper. So ghosts are E and S. E is
It's a good one.
it is a good one. How do you know they're? Yeah, the middle ones are bad.
The middle
E
ones
and-
are individual. Yeah.
Oh, I got you. I'm sure you said that last week. Yeah,
Yes,
those are
I
the ones that
did.
are really pathetic, and they're not always pathetic because it's the thousands. And but then it'll tell you if it's individual. Oh yes, I see. It switches it off. You get excited in the middle ones. It tells you thousands of silver, and you're like, oh, that's great. Yeah, and then
Right.
it says 3 to 18.
Yeah.
pieces.
Logic would say the lower or the higher you go on the chart, the more
Yeah.
powerful. So you think, oh, C looks, C is not as good as D. E looks better than D. You think, so J must be awesome. No, you get 3 to 24 copper pieces. Awesome.
Well, that would be a very, very interesting episode, treasure type. So we could talk about, is there logic behind the treasure type table?
Well, I'd love to find that out. We know who you need to ask.
David Thompson.
We could ask him. Of course, we can always ask him. But who typed up the treasure?
Was Jody and I like, this thing makes no sense.
This thing's stupid. Why would you do this?
Yes. So, you know what would be great is if she had done some just like massive typos that were like earth shattering but like no one ever knew, and they just like don't say anything.
That's right. Let's keep it going. Exactly.
All right, and S is pretty. S is potions.
Right.
See, P should be potion.
That's
Right?
P should be potion. I agree.
B. You do anything you want, Gary.
Right.
You're Gary. Okay. All right.
Well, why is
So-
they hoarding so many potions? That is another question of the ages. So.
That is true. I like how they have an alignment. I mean, obviously.
They're lawful evil.
Yeah, well, that's kind of interesting.
Right.
So ghosts like rules and order.
Well, apparently they were created. You'll read that they're created. They were very malevolent in their
Okay.
previous life, and they were evil.
All right, so let's do it. Ghosts are the spirits. So it is a, well, not. Oh, so wait, because humans have souls.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Here we go. These are the spirits. I mean, is he using spirits in a loose sense?
Yes.
Not like an elf.
Correct.
Half.
Well, and you'll have to read Banshee then, because Banshees are elven evil spirits.
Yes. Okay. Good point. Ghosts are the spirits of evil humans who were so awful in their badness. Okay, see, this is causing me issues. I've got a kitten who's jumping on the monster manual. These spirits, kitten, that they have been rewarded or perhaps cursed by being given undead status. So in other words, you're so bad.
Right.
This is like awesome. You're rewarded with undead status.
Right.
Okay. Who rewarded?
Well, it's if you're lawful evil, you assume it's one of the devils or.
I think that's right. Yeah, or lawful evil deity. Okay, got it. So is that like the end game for some lawful evil characters? You're like, yeah, I'm going for ghost status, dude, and the other lawful evil people are like, you? Like, oh yeah, just wait. So is that why I really want, even though I'm lawful evil, and so I'm bad, baby, but do I want to be really bad? Is that like? So do you think there are lawful evil characters out there that the reason why they're so bad is they're going for ghost status?
I think the whole idea of the D&D malevolent side is your goal is to run up the score. Mm-hmm. Because the arguments to that are just like you said that, because if you look at Because your other choice, it's like officer candidate school, or you can become an NCO. It's basically the military. And if you start from an ROTC and you have a college degree, at least in the United States, I don't know how it works elsewhere in the world, you can become an officer, right? When you get when you enlist, you already get your assignment. If you just get drafted and you don't have any of this, you start at the bottom. And the reason I say that, if you go like to Devil, right, the lemurs, right, the little blob things.
Oh, they're common, right?
Right, in hell they're common.
Right. Yes, yeah, in hell. That's an important qualification.
Yeah. Now.
So these are terms of which. Oh, so I see what you're saying. So what you're saying is there's sort of this reward system.
Right.
This hierarchy of what you're shooting. So you're like, oh man, oh my gosh, you're right. Because I'm like, why am I going for ghost status? Well, in part, so I don't become one of these lemurs.
Right.
Because I don't want to be a blob.
Right. Who gets tortured?
Really?
Yeah. If you go to page 23 on the monster manual.
My mind is quite gone.
By the way, we're talking about ghosts here on Random Encounter, but this is what happens.
That would be obvious immediately. So wait, it says they get tortured?
Yes. The next sentence.
Their minds are quite gone, and they will attack anything non-WC. Lemurs regenerate, so they are not usually destroyed by the wounds inflicted on them by their environment or by the devils filling it. These wretched things can be destroyed permanently after being in hell for a certain time. Wait, no, where does it say they're tortured?
The second sentence.
These vaguely human blobs are then... Oh, yeah. Well, I really do have a short attention span. They, yes, I teach. They are tormented by devils. Yeah, that's awful. I'm like, seriously? So I wasn't bad enough. Like, I had like that... So that's why, if I'm lawful evil, I'm like, wow. I guess, risk comes with that.
Right.
So
you got to run up the score.
Be really bad.
Correct.
I can't stray from. If I'm going to stray, I better stray so far that my alignment changes and I'm not going to hell. The worst thing you can do is you could stray, and you're almost, say, lawful neutral, or maybe neutral evil. Probably the latter's worse. The former's worse. And I go to hell. All right.
Well, it's the Darth Vader thing. If you go from good, you better be super evil.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Because you can hopefully, and as the Chamberlain said, David Thompson, the ghost is like the community college graduate, because it's good, but you're not ending up as a demon. Eventually some of them become a devil. Excuse me. Oh. Right? Because go ahead.
I have hope as a lemure, because it did say,
right,
after being in hell for a time, certain will be chosen to form race or specter. So that's kind of amazing.
Right.
The lottery, though, really, right? Because I'm sure I'm not. I don't think lemures are really distinguishing themselves, are they? I don't
know. Possibly.
Your mind is gone.
Yeah. I'm
semi-intelligent. How much can you distinguish yourself as a lemure?
Possibly you're, somehow. I'm assuming it could be just seniority.
No, well, he would have said that. He says certain are chosen. Well, I guess you do whatever you want, Mr. Devil.
Well, I think it's got to be lawful. It's going to be a lawful way.
Right. So somewhere there is a memo.
Right.
With a rubric or whatever.
There's a policy and procedure.
Correct. You take out the manual. And yeah, so for the lemurs, okay, so that's pretty awesome. So basically, if I'm a lemure, I'm like, all right, well, this is bad, but I could come back as a wraith or a specter. Those aren't as good as ghosts, are they? Wraiths and specters?
Well, wraith is technically not as good as ghost. Specter and ghosts, depending on your point of view.
Mine is just a turning chart. I assume that it's based on
I think ghosts are better on the turning chart. I don't know that for a fact. I have to look that up.
Okay. All right. Well, back to ghosts then. And I got to be a lich. I have to be an evil magic user, right?
Yes.
Do I have to be lawful evil?
No, just evil.
Oh, okay. Very nice. Are liches lawful evil?
Nope.
They are neutral. They're neutral. Paren evil.
They're parenthetical evil. There's another one you could do. Absolutely.
Oh my gosh, I could do the Lich. Wow. Okay, I really can't digress here. Okay.
Well, yeah, you can. It's just this is.
No, I can't wait because you got Vic coming on. So so you got to be human, right?
Right.
You got to be right. So evil humans who are so off on their best, they've been rewarded by being given undead status. Thus, they roam about at night or in places of darkness. So I'm usually in my lair during the day. It sounds like.
Sure. Yep.
Why am I only in my lair? Shouldn't I be in my lair 50% of the time then? Because it sounds like I'm not roaming. Well, no, I don't know why I said that. Because I can roam around during the day in a place of darkness, of course. Okay. So I'm roaming around on the. Well, we'll talk about this. These spirits hate goodness and life, hungering to draw the living essences from humans. As ghosts are non-corporeal, they are usually encountered by creatures in a like state, although they can be seen by non-ethereal creatures. So if I'm in an ethereal state, does that automatically mean I'm in the ethereal plane?
Yes.
Got it. So that's like, so it's a state of being, basically, to be in the ethereal. It's not really like, I mean, it is a plane, but okay, all right.
If you're ethereal, you've moved into the ethereal plane.
Got it. I can't be ethereal on the prime material. Got it.
Well, that's a whole nother topic.
Oh boy. Okay. The supernatural power of a ghost is such, however, that the mere sight of one causes any humanoid being to age 10 years and flee in panic for 2 to 12 turns unless a saving throw versus magic is made. And we've talked about that. What did we talk about? Aging? Something else? You have to do contact, don't you?
Yes, you make a system shock. That's right.
Or you die.
Or you're dead. That's right. You're scared to death.
From any aging?
From any magical attack aging. That was the whole thing we talked about.
Right. You would have to know about that. Nowadays, they would have a footnote telling you that. See page, right, of the player's handbook.
Well, that's one of the articles I'll be writing for my article series. Rules AF. That's right.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. All right. So clerics above 6th level are immune to this effect, and all other humanoids above 8th level at +2 to their saving throws. I'd like to tell you right off the bat, I don't like that. I think you should get pluses. I'm not a big fan of cliffs. I like slopes. But okay. As you know, that's how I feel about that, right? But
I didn't really know that. What exactly do you have a problem with? People getting minuses or what?
No, not at all. Clerics above 6th level are immune to this.
Oh, I see. That you wanted to have a sliding scale, not a...
So I think that even if you are an 8th level cleric, you roll a 1, I think that I like things also like the 1 always fails. I just, I'm not a big fan of completely closing off random possibilities. But okay. So ghost attack by 2. So I'm a ghost, okay? Yep. So let me understand this. I was lawful evil. I had to have been a human. I'm not just lawful evil, but like people who are lawful evil are like, dude, you are lawful evil. Right. I'm assuming it's the evil part. Right. It's not like, dude, you always follow the rules. You're going to become a ghost one day.
No, it's because you are straight up evil. That's right.
Got it. Okay. And I'm in the ethereal plane. I'm ethereal.
That's right.
And I'm in the ethereal plane. How do I appear in the ethereal plane?
Like a ghost.
Okay, I don't look solid. So what are ethereal dudes? Like the Gorgon in the ethereal plane. Are ethereal creatures?
The Gorgon's not on the ethereal plane.
You just can look into it.
He can just breathe into the ethereal plane.
Right.
His breath goes into the ethereal or astral plane.
So if you are, so I'm on the ethereal plane and I look ethereal. Got it. So you kind of look through me. Ghost attack by 2 means any creature within 6 inches. So would this include, is there a dungeon versus outside on this? Or no, because that's like area of effect. So that wouldn't be, right? It's 60 feet outside as well as inside the dungeon?
As far as this
any
distance?
Creature, yeah. It's right?
Well, they'd have to see it. You'd have to be seen.
But it's 60 feet. It's not 60 yards outside.
Well, if it's outside, it would be 60. Typically, area of effect would be that. Well, no, I'm sorry. It's not range. That would be area of effect. So, yes, it would be 60 feet.
60 feet no matter what. And you got to be able to see it.
Yes.
Hard to see. What do they look like? I mean,
they look like the picture, I assume.
So you can't, right. So you do sort of see them. Okay. So is subject to a magic jar spell from the ghost. All right. So you got to tell me what. So the magic jar, is this like the soul gem kind of? I know it's a little bit like that spell. So I get trapped into something, right? What does a magic jar do?
You basically get possessed by it's a magic user 6th level spell. I think we talked a little bit about it. You get possessed and you get taken over by them.
Oh, okay. So I'm not trapped in something. Hang on.
No, you're not trapped. Well, now we have to go to magic jar.
Flipping and turning. 6th level magic user.
6th level magic user. Yep, I'm in Druid. That doesn't really help.
You got to talk about ghosts. I think you got to talk about magic jar, don't you?
Yes, you're right. It's page 81 of the player's handbook.
Thank you, sir.
Yep.
Oh, I like that picture, but that's Liam in Secret Chest, I assume.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, it's a possession spell. I did not know there were possession spells. Paren possession.
Yeah, it's part of the school of possession.
Oh. So like you go into class at Magic, so it's like, yeah, I got possession 301 today. What are you doing today, Magic Jar?
Magic jar.
I remember doing Magic Jar when I was a junior.
That's right. That was good. That was a good class.
Yeah, it backfired on the professor. Okay. It was hilarious. Okay, Magic Jar is a very unusual. Why do I feel like we've gone to spell selection?
Wow, this is going to be our spell selection. We can't.
Wait, you saw this coming.
Exactly.
Yes. Okay, so we're on spell selection now, folks. It's Magic Jar. So Magic Jar is a very unusual spell. It enables the magic user to take over the mind of the victim and thus control the creature's body. In fact, if the body is human or humanoid, the magic user can even use the spells he or she knows. Wait, in fact, the magic can even use it. What does that mean?
That means if you take over a cleric, you can cast their spells.
Oh, can even use, yes, I'm sorry. I was thinking he or she meaning the magic user. Yes. So you really want a magic jar. That's how it's like, how do you get your spells? Like, you buy scrolls, things like that. No. Magic jar. Okay. The possessor can call upon rudimentary knowledge of the.
Oh, you're frozen. Hopefully you'll come back.
Spells of the. Wait, yeah, because I'm confused, right?
Hold on, that was good. I'm glad you were confused because you froze for just a second. Go ahead, say it again.
Oh, good, okay. So this says that the magic user can even use the spells he or she knows, meaning the victim, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The possessor can call upon rudimentary knowledge of the possessed, but not upon the real knowledge, i.e. a possessor will not know the language or spells of the possessed. So I'm confused by that. Can I use the spells of the victim or can I not use the spells of the victim?
I think you can utter them, but you don't know what.
So not like memorize them. So in other words, if you've got like.
Yeah, you can't transfer them to yourself or something like that.
So if I find if he's got some ready to go, it's like if the cupboard's filled up, I can use those, but I can't go shopping.
I'm going to look in the DMG while you keep talking to see if it's something in the.
Clarification.
Yeah, the cold shower thing.
Right.
Yep.
Okay, the spellcaster transfers his or her life force.
Nope. There's nothing. Gary's silent on this. So.
Silent on it. Wow. The spellcaster. This is long.
That's right.
The spellcaster transfers his or her life force to a special container. I remember. Well, obviously, it's called Magic Jar. I remember the container. So again, his or her, meaning the victims. The spellcaster transfers the victim's life force to a special container, large gem. What?
No, the spellcaster transfers his or her life force to a container, and then keep reading.
This is okay. All right. See, this is where this. I don't like pronouns because up above, that's where I got confused right off with the spells, where it says the magic user can even use the spells he or she knows. Well, we're believing that's the victim.
Right. That should be the victim.
He or she. But now it's okay. But now you tell me it's spellcaster transfers the spellcaster's life force?
No. Yeah. No. Let's read that again. The body is human or humanoid. You, the spellcaster, the magic user, can use their spells that they know.
Okay. Now that would make sense. Okay. Right. Okay. Because I control. So I'm controlling the person.
Right, but you don't you have basic knowledge. You don't have intimate knowledge. That's what the second sentence means, is that you can't, if you take over a cleric, you can't use their cleric spells.
So am I me and the victim?
No.
So I cast this, no.
Well,
Where am I?
You're you in his, it's me. I would take over your body.
Yeah.
Short version is I'm in a gem. You come by. I attack you. I displace you out of your body. I take over your body. I do a body swap, and you go into the gem, if I remember correctly.
And where do I go? Where does my corporeal body go?
You have to put it somewhere. You hide it.
Like the closet?
Yeah, wherever, right.
So I'm like taking my body and I'm hiding it? That's hilarious. So is this kind of like when you this is like, what was the one with the Freaky Friday or something like that?
Right, exactly. Basically Freaky Friday. You're switching bodies, body snatching.
So that's hilarious. So you could have that happen to a player character and you just tell them like, yeah, you got to act this way now. You're now this evil magic user.
Correct.
And the rest of the players don't know that the dude's been magic jarred. You
That's
could be
right.
adventuring for 7 months.
That's right.
Man, that dude is way off his alignment. When is the DM going to come down on him? And he's
Exactly.
And you're like, yeah, I was magic jarred. Whoa, what? Okay.
Yep.
So the spellcaster transfers his or her life force to a special container.
Yep.
Oh, so again, who's that? Is that his
That's
or her?
the magic user.
So the spellcaster transfers the magic user's life force to a special container. And from this magic jar, the life force can sense and attack any creature within the spell range radius. But what the creature is not determinable from the magic jar. Oh, James, you got to help me here. That's why I don't like
it. It doesn't know. It just senses life force and can attack any creature, but doesn't know who it's attacking.
Okay.
So if you put it in the market and there's 100 people there, you'll detect 100 life forces, but you don't know if it's the 12th level cleric or the beggar.
And tell me again, and I'm so sorry. Tell me again, who's in the magic jar? Which one
the
of us?
The magic user. I cast magic jar. My soul goes into the magic jar. I've put it somewhere. I've hid my body.
You're storing it. Okay.
Yeah.
So, all right. Okay, because there's a lot of business going on here. So, you're the magic user.
Yes.
I'm the poor victim.
You could be the victim.
Okay, so tell me what. Okay, so maybe we should continue reading, and then can we do a little scenario of magic jar?
Sure.
This frightens me. It seems very complicated. This seems to me like this would definitely be in a higher level possession class. This is not like year one. Okay, so the special life force receptacle must be within spell range of the magic user's body at the time of spell casting. I get that, so I need to have my receptacle nearby. I can't be transferred something far away. Okay. Possession takes place only if the victim fails to make the required saving throw. Failure to possess a victim leaves the life force of the magic user in the magic jar. This doesn't sound good. Possession attempts require 1 round each. If the body of the spellcaster is destroyed, the life force in the magic jar is not harmed. So they find my body, right? It's in the closet,
right?
And they burn me for whatever reason, or they bury me, whatever. They cremate me. I guess they'd be dead. Okay. If the magic jar is destroyed, the life force is snuffed out. This seems like a lot of risk here.
Yeah, it is.
Right? This is like one of those commercials. Please note: if magic jar is destroyed, your life force is snuffed out.
Exactly.
If body is destroyed, right? It's like all this. List of disclaimer.
Casting magic jar may cause snuffing out of your soul or whatever. Exactly.
Now I know why Gary didn't need to do anything in the DMG. This already comes with tons of risk. Okay. So returning to the real body requires 1 round and can only be done from a magic jar in spell range of the body. Returning to the real body requires 1 round. It can only be done from a magic jar in spell range of the body. Oh, so if it gets moved around.
Right.
Like someone say, where's my body? That'd be awful. They move your body? Oh my gosh. What's going on here? Cats everywhere. Okay. The saving throw versus a magic jar spell is modified by comparing combined intelligence and wisdom scores. Intelligence only in non-human or non-humanoid creatures. Of the magic user and the victim. Oh my gosh. It still goes on?
Oh yeah.
A negative score indicates the magic user has a lower score than does his or her intended victim. Thus, the victim has a saving throw bonus. The magic user jar is the spell's material component. Okay, the magic jar. Got it. That shouldn't be italicized because it's not the spell. It's the actual jar. The magic jar is the spell's material component. Note that a possessed creature with any negative difference or a positive difference less than 5 is entitled to a saving throw each round, determined is to able to displace the possessor's mind. Oh, meaning thereafter? A positive difference of 5 to 8 gains a saving throw each turn. Is Vic ready? A positive difference of 9 to 12. Did you know this was gonna happen?
Yes.
Like when I said let's go to Magic Jar,
I'm like, okay, this was what people want me to do.
You're so mean. It's your anti-gnome streak. Okay.
This is fun.
It is. If the magic jarred creature regains control of its mind, I remember nothing I've read.
No, well, you don't remember anything, so it doesn't matter.
God, the magic jar is trapped. Yeah, but you're gonna have to run this thing in a second. The magic jar is trapped until he or she can take over the mind for control or escape. Okay. Oh boy. Okay, so all right, take me through it. So I'm in the market.
The assistant of the magic user. The magic user wants to have fun. He's been banned from the marketplace.
That's right.
His picture is everywhere. Do not let him in.
Right.
Oh, so scheming, he has his assistant he says, all right, Renfield, I'm gonna cast Magic Jar. Take this thing, take the Magic Jar into the market. Okay, so he casts Magic Jar. He puts himself in the gem. Renfield takes him to the market, puts him in the displays of gems. And he leaves. He just drops him.
All right. So you're right now at the spellcaster transfers his or her life force to a special container.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So So the way this starts. So if you want to cast a Magic Jar spell, the first thing you do as a magic user is you transfer.
Right.
When you start casting this thing,
when you cast you
get to transfer to any container.
Well, into a special container.
And it says a large gem or crystal. Does it have to be, do you think?
It just says a special container. It doesn't have to be.
Okay, so I've got
those are the ones it mentions.
Okay, so I've got a large gem.
Right.
And
or crystal.
Or crystal. So you've now transferred.
Right. So my essence is in this thing.
And so what happens the minute that happens? Tell me what happens. What happens? Does your body collapse?
Yeah, it just goes limp.
Okay, so now what? Okay, what happens now?
Now we take this to the market. We drop it in the bowl of gems. Like you go to the Jurassic Park and they have those crappy gems that your kids can buy. Buy the
3 for a silver piece.
Right. Exactly. Yep. Exactly.
Well, wait a second. Are you now dependent as the magic user?
Yeah.
You need help with this? I mean, are you dependent on me to like? You're relying on me. I've got your life force in.
Right. Yeah, I could crush you and you'd be dead. Yeah.
Or I run out of range, you're in trouble too, aren't you?
Well, if you run out of range, it's fine. It's the only time it's a problem is if you want to get back into your body. Then the gem has to be near the body.
Yeah, I want to get back. Yes.
Yes, you could be in trouble.
Yes, I would like to get back into my body. Why would I want to be a life force in a gem?
Because you want to possess other people.
But that's it. But
that's a big thing.
Okay, I'm in this gem, and we're going to the. So I'm going to be a good assistant. I'm taking you to the market.
Right, because you're telling him if you don't do this, I'm going to come back as a ghost and I'm going to kill you.
That's right. Fair enough. Yes. Okay. And I'm lawfully well, whatever. Okay. So I'm taking you to the market. Okay, I go to the market.
You're in the market.
Okay.
We drop you off there. Now you sense anyone within range based on your magic user level. Anyone within range, you sense their life force, and now you have to randomly pick of them who you want to try to possess. Then once the dungeon master would have to figure out who that is, or he or she is. They would make a saving throw based on the difference between the magic user's level and the victim's level. And if they fail their saving throw, the magic user leaves the gem and now beats down the life force becomes possessed. It's a Linda Blair, the Exorcist.
I'm controlling you. I'm still in the gem, but I'm the puppet master.
No, you go into. It says it leaves the gem.
Oh, the special life force.
Special life force possession takes within failure. Possession attempts. The life force of magic. Blah 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 blah. Because you are taking it over. That's the way I've always run it. Now you could say it stays in there and that's what it is, but The problem with that is you're trapped. Because it says in the last sentence, the magic jar creature gains control of his mind. The magic user is trapped until he or she can take over the mind for control or escape. I've always taken it. You go into the body. You're in that body now.
Okay. So, well, problem number one is I don't know what you are. So you're a creature around me.
Correct. That is a problem.
Well, yeah. What the heck? When am I using this, and for what?
No, I've never seen anyone use it.
Because it would have to be like, okay, I'm going to drop the gem off. I can hand it to somebody, and then I can hope that the first creature I sense is the right creature, correct?
Right.
Okay, fine. So, all right. So someone is like getting a gem for their kid. Yeah, I'll take the 3 gems. So you sense me. I'm now a customer. You sense me, correct?
Right. Yep.
And now we have like basically we're applying something that's akin to the grappling rules. Is that correct?
Basically, yep.
Okay. So yeah, this really doesn't seem to be worth it. Okay. So it must be within the
especially
spell.
when charm person's a lot easier.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Roll for save. Now, okay, you're charmed. So I got to be in the range. 10 feet per level. Does range get outdoors or no?
No. Yes, it could be outdoors. Sure.
Do I get the yards?
Yeah, I would do that. Why not?
Okay, so whatever. So I'm sitting there, and you're within the range, and so now I cast it. So now it would be cast, right?
You're in. Well, no, you're in the gem already. You cast the spell when you're in.
That's right. Oh, that's right.
You're
that's
in
right.
You're in the gem.
That's right. I'm in the gem, and then now at this time. Oh, that's right. Okay, so the special life force sort of must be within the range. That's right. I got it. Okay, possession only takes place if the victim fails its saving throw. Failure to possess a victim leaves the life force of the magic. Okay, so if I fail, I'm just. Oh, and that's maybe why you said it too. Failure to possess a victim leaves the life force of the magic user in the magic jar.
Yes.
That would support your argument that
Correct.
the life force leaves it. So the good news is, if there's failures, so people just keep coming by.
Yeah, you just start. You keep trying to possess them, right?
That's awful. So like everyone who comes through, try that guy.
Right, and
guy.
like what David says is once you get possessed, you know the gem. So once I possess someone, you would then pick up the gem and take it with you.
Yes. Thank you, Chamberlain. Correct. Okay, got it. Okay. I want to like this spell. I do. So let's see if I can. Possession attempts require one round each. Does that mean you got to be? Does that mean you got to be around me for what range do you have to be?
You can only do it once per round. You can only possess once per round.
Oh, and I can only sense creatures within the spell range radius. So do you think that the victim, potential victim, has to be within the spell range radius for a full minute?
No, just they have to come by. Then you can only try it once per minute.
You think as long as they come by, it's like a drive-by. I can.
Right.
Okay.
Because I think part of it is they try to go. You sense it. You actually leave the gem. You're trying to knock on the soul of the person. Say, get out of the way. It doesn't work. You go back. Okay.
If the body of the spellcaster is destroyed, the life force in the magic jar is not harmed. Oh, so that's kind of cool. So I'm still around.
Right.
That's kind of nice.
So the story here is you're the evil magic user.
Yeah.
And the party finds you and kills you, or thinks they destroy your body.
Yeah.
Or your body's about to be destroyed.
Right.
You're old. You can't survive. You put yourself in the magic jar, and that's how you go around and you can continue to live.
Oh, so this is how we can have a sequel.
Correct.
Like everyone thought the evil magic user was dead.
Right, exactly.
But they're not.
There was a movie with Denzel Washington with this demon. He was a demon, Pazuzu, or one of these. It was, who was in it with him? Denzel Washington and John Goodman. I forgot the name of it. But the guy is a demon that possesses people, and he does horrific acts. And they murder, they execute the person, but he was possessed. So this is okay. So you try to. So we would do. We do this little big adjustment, and let's say so if you succeed, now you're in my body,
and you get my rudimentary knowledge, but not my real knowledge. But so you basically you have your knowledge. So you're now me.
Fallen, yes, it's called fallen. That's the idea.
So I have all of me plus a little bit of you.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. And so now I'm running. Oh, okay. So this is starting to make sense now to me. So this is not really like, hey, I'm going to take Magic Jar into the dungeon.
No.
I'm like, yeah, what spell you got? We're getting ready for the big combat. What do you got? I got Magic Jar. Probably not a good idea, right?
No, that would be bad.
So this is I wonder if you're onto something here. I mean, you probably know that you're onto it. And you're right, but which is that this is a survival. So my body, I'm going to die.
It's one of the ways to use it. Yeah.
And I'm going to Magic Jar into somebody else's. And how long do I stay there?
You stay as long as you want.
If they fail, I stay as long as I want.
Well, no, it's like a charm. It says later, if they fail, then note that the possessed creature with any negative difference or positive less than 5 is each round determine if he's able to displace the possessor's mind. A positive difference of 5 to 8 each turn, a positive 9 to 12 each day, a positive is 13 or greater, a saving throw each week. So depending on how close a power level between you and the magic user, that's how much time there is to you wresting control back.
But that's only if they are certain. Not always. If they're weak.
Or if they're weak, they would never get one potentially.
So really, the great thing is if I can get someone kind of weak. Not that I want.
Well, it would be each week. At a minimum, it's still each week because 13 or better.
Oh, so this is only going to last so long? That's a bummer.
Well, it's a week, each week. And then if the Magic Jar creature regains control of his mind, the magic user is trapped until he or she can take over the mind for control or escape.
Wait, how do I escape?
Go back in the jar.
So I got to go back in the jar. So I got to do another...
And then find someone else.
How do I get back in the jar?
You leave the body and you go in there. It takes one round.
Oh. Because it says escape made it sound like it's not at will.
Well,
you know what I mean?
You're trapped until he or she can take over the mind for control or escape. So again, it would be a constant fight. You're possessed by this other person, and it'd be a battle back and forth.
So I'm jumping around. So in other words, if my body, I'm old and I die, I'm going to die natural causes. So I decide to do Magic Jar.
Sure.
So I'm itinerant now. I mean, I'm basically jumping around from body to body. I mean, that's my life.
Could be. That's one way of using it. Yeah.
How do I stay? I mean, this doesn't sound like a good plan.
Well, you could feeble mind someone, and if they're so jacked up, then it would be week to week.
So, right. So I'm hoping, okay. So I'm going to be, unless like I'm on the run. It's like I'm wanted. Eventually they discover I'm there and I got to leave and I go find somebody else. And it could be long, it could be short before I got to pack up again. Yeah,
you could, you find a way to recreate your body later. You wish yourself another body.
Oh, I see. That's not a bad idea. You're right. I need to get working.
Right.
I'm like, okay.
You're doing work.
Time. I bought time.
Right, exactly.
Okay. All right.
But for the purpose of the ghost, it's that they take over.
Wait. We got to back up a second. Because you said that's one way. Other uses for Magic Jar. So when do you use, no, I'm not talking about ghosts using Magic Jar. Player character.
Well, if you're about to die, or you again, the big reveal where you thought that you killed the magic user, or like you said, you're trapped in a prison and you need to get out. If you somehow have Magic Jar, you could cast that and move it forward.
Yeah, if I'd had it memorized, because I assume they've taken my spell book. All right, I gotcha. This seems very, very specific for, an adventure where it's written into it. It's part of the plot line, stuff like that. Very limited. All right. I don't know. I'd be interested to hear if anyone on the chat suggesting that they've used Magic Jar, that it's valuable.
Well, liches have a version of it that they do. Again, it's the idea of possessing people and doing things.
So it's more like the fact that Magic Jar exists out there actually is bad for PCs because the ghosts are going to get it. The baddies are using it on you probably. You're not walking around. I mean, my gosh. Honestly, I can think of more use for push spell.
Well, I mean,
On
the
a
other,
daily basis, you're walking out the door.
right.
You want magic jar, or do you want push?
Hey, I used push during my
See?
I used push during the tournament. I used to push it to a plate down as sending a trap off. So.
Did you use magic jar?
No, we were not high enough level to do that.
I rest my case. All right,
I would have though.
Back just to have fun. You would have. Now that's when you're having the game and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna do magic jar, and all the other players are like, oh, come on, man.
Well, the other way you could do it too is, hey, if let's say you give the jar to your best fighter with the best armor class and everything else, you leave your body at home, you take your jar and you possess the enemies that come around.
Yeah.
So your body is not in danger of being destroyed.
Yeah. Okay. That's playing the long game. I mean, yeah. Okay. All right. So ghosts, any creature in 60 feet, 6 inches of one. So I guess in a dungeon that's
60 feet. Yeah.
60 feet of one is subject to attack by magic jar spell from the ghost. So he just has to cast it like. I mean, he only gets one. It's not like everybody has to do magic, right? I mean, how does this work? If it's a party, does that mean that
it's once per round he can try to possess someone?
So you just like do randomly, like who he's probably trying to.
I mean, if you could write in as a dungeon master saying he's going to go after the fighter first or the magic user first. He can decide if he can see.
Because he is not in a container.
No.
So he just gets to so basically it's possession. He gets to possess your mind.
That's right.
So you're like, oh, why are you hitting yourself, kind of thing?
Well, yeah. Well,
or attacking the other party.
Exactly.
Right?
That's right.
Okay. Unless the ghost becomes semi-material to attack by other means, it can otherwise only be combated by another in the ethereal plane, or by telepathy. Oh, so if you find, that's really hard though. So if the ghost doesn't want to become, so can the ghost attack with magic jar without materializing?
If it fails its magic jar, then then the next sentence says it can semi-materialize to attack by touch.
So that's the first thing it does. So you run into I'm a ghost, and I run into a party. I'm in the ethereal plane. You can see me. I'm a ghost.
Well, the first thing is you flee in panic. That's unless you make your save.
Then you guys immediately roll. It may not be a bad thing.
Right.
You may want to fail I mean, if I make my save, I may flee in panic. The good news is I don't age.
Right.
Okay, right. So I'm a so it's like Beetlejuice. I kind of show up and I'm like, ooh, right, and everyone half the party freaks out and runs. Right.
That's right.
They age. They may have failed their footnote or asterisk saving throw, right, or whatever, right, on con, right, their system check, and they may just die, right, from the age. So one dies from old age. The other ones are running and they're aging, and then 3 remain. And so now I have
the opportunity to try to magic jar, possess someone.
Okay, now I'm still ethereal, right?
Yes.
I'm going to try to magic jar. I'll start magic jarring people, right? Okay,
Yep.
And I can do that, right? Now this says if the ghost fails to magic jar, it's chosen victim. So that makes it sound like I'm going to try it on one dude, I guess.
That's right.
Okay.
You could try it for more people, but what it's saying is typically it's just going to do it on one victim. Then it will semi-materialize and attack by touch.
And if I possess that dude, so now if I'm the ghost, am I not the ghost? Is my undead force in the...
Yes, you're possessed by that. You're possessed by...
So where's the ghost? Oh, so the ghost is not going to materialize.
Correct.
Because I'm now in the dude.
That's right, exactly.
So I'm attacking you. So I'm like now a party member,
exactly.
And I'm attacking the party.
That's correct.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay,
right.
That's cool.
Because now you have to kill your own people.
See, and that's nice because I don't need being a ghost has its advantages. I don't need the container.
Right. Exactly.
Don't worry about my body being destroyed and all that, right?
Right.
I assume if the character's killed, then I just go back to being my ghost self, I assume?
That's right, exactly.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Now,
okay.
If you could get to the ethereal plane and attack the ghost's essence, I would say the ghost's essence is still there. So you could... the jar is himself.
Oh, my. And would he be helpless?
He would be. Well, he'd be AC 8. That's what it says. He can only
that's right. Well, but wait a second. But you're assuming something different, aren't you? You're talking about the magic jar has succeeded.
Yes.
The ghost is in a player character.
Correct.
Is attacking the player characters. One of the player characters is like, I'm going ethereal. I don't know how he can do it. Right? That's probably another show. He goes to the ethereal plane. I don't know if you got to ask around, hey, have you seen this ghost? He finds...
Right.
It was like, hey,
that's why I'm not going over the ethereal, because that would take 3 hours.
And you don't know where you are. Like, are you going to be exactly there? I mean, is the ethereal plane like transfer over? Is
yes,
it exactly the same place?
It permeates the same place. There's actually
So if I go ethereal right from here, I should be right there.
Yeah.
I should see the ghost. I'm like basically like opening the curtain. I'm like, aha.
Right.
He's right there. But the good news is, not only is he ACA, James, right? Isn't it like the limp body?
Right. That's what I would say.
So basically, do I get like an automatic kill? Like what? Well, so what is he on the combat chart now?
Well, he's AC8. You get you basically almost automatically hit him. Correct.
Wait. But AC8 isn't AC8 when I'm combating the ghost on the ethereal plane, when the ghost's undead life force is still in the ghost.
Yeah.
That's like I'm coming upon you sleeping or your limp body.
Yeah, okay. Well, then you could do the assassination table. Then
that's what I want. That's what I'm going for.
That's what I figured, yes.
Oh, okay. So the ghost does not want to mess around with anyone who can go ethereal.
Right.
They're like naked.
Ethereal, the way I look at it, it's like Lord of the Rings when Frodo puts the ring on. From the movies. You know how everything kind of looks weird?
Yes.
The shadow look, that's the ethereal plane. It's like right on top of the same plane.
I like that. Okay. So unless the ghost becomes semi-material to attack by other means, it can otherwise only be combated by another in the ethereal plane, in which case the ghost is an armor class of 8, or by telepathic means. I don't want to go there. If the ghost fails to magic jar its chosen victim, it will then semi-materialize. Okay, so I'm the DM. I'm playing a ghost. I'm going to first try to magic jar you, which I think I'm fairly confident I can handle. Perhaps it'll be slow, but I'll figure it out. Then, if that works, that's awesome. I got a player character who's beating on somebody else, right? So they might as well leave the ghost alone at that point.
Right.
Because they may not know it, and well, they get attacked by a player character. Okay. So if that fails, though. So if I'm the player character, then you're attacked. Oh my gosh, that means you're like killing the player character?
Well, as people have pointed out, you probably should do subdual damage. You probably should do unarmed combat.
Yes. Then it's to the grappling. So first I'm doing the magic jar table.
Right.
Then I'm going to the grappling table.
This will teach the DM for putting a ghost in here.
Yes.
Exactly.
This is the lesson. This is the takeaway. The DM pro tip: don't put a ghost in there.
Right.
Okay. So let's say that fails, though, because if it's a ghost, it should probably be a high-level party, unless it's a random roll. So if the magic jar fails, I'm still the ghost. Apparently, I'm so bad. Like evil. I'm going to attack. I'm actually going to semi-material. I'm angry now.
Right.
I'm semi-materializing. Right.
Yes.
I'm going to be AC 0 in order to attack by touch. Wow. Semi-materialized ghosts. So really, the 8 is rarely going to happen. You got to find them on the ethereal.
Correct. That's right.
The Gorgon will be like, "Hey, you're an 8, dude.
Right.
I'm breathing on you. You're an 8. Okay. Semi-materialized ghosts can only be struck by silver, and doing only 50%. So I'm AC 0. I can only be struck by silver or magical weapons. If they strike an opponent, it ages them 10 to 40 years. Oh, there's no save from that. That's just a hit?
Yeah, that's right. No, there's no save. Right.
Brutal, not like the one you just see them.
Right.
Note that ghosts can be attacked with spells only from creatures who are in an ethereal state.
That's what I was talking about back when we were fighting the sea ghost. Remember, we changed it so it'd be magic resistance as opposed to...
Yes.
Because that's why we had to change it to do magic resistance, because they would be dead.
Correct. Yeah. This is horrible because you can't do spells.
Right.
You're attacking AC 0. You'll have hopefully if you're countering, unless your DM's being really rough on you, you presumably will have magic weapons.
Yes.
I guess you should also carry on silver weapons if you're a low level party. So you're attacking AC 0, only doing half damage, and no spells are working. And every time you are hit, you are
losing 10 to 40 years. And based on how we read the player's handbook. Back to Rules AF, if you go to Constitution, On page 12, System Shock Survival states a percentage chance character has of surviving the following forms of magical attacks or simple application of the magic. Aging, petrification, polymorph other objects, polymorph others. There you go.
Wow. So you age automatically, no save. Then you got to save versus a system shock.
That's what I would say. Yep.
What does it say? Yeah, what does it say? It says magical aging?
Yeah. Magical attacks. That aging, petrification, polymorph.
Yeah, I mean, what else would it be? I mean, you're really narrowing it. What page are you on in the Player's Handbook?
Page 12.
You're really narrowing it.
Second column, second paragraph.
States percentage chance a character has to survive the following forms of magical attacks. Aging. The Wicked Necromancer. Yeah, you're a jerk, but,
Well, that's the whole haste discussion. That was, that's why people... Well, haste can't be...
Yeah.
And David's saying that the con goes down. I've never done that, but I could see how you could if you fail. If you fail, you're dead. So...
Where does the con go down?
Well, that's what he's saying.
I know that's somewhere though, but it's not.
Well, I thought that was I only thought that was for if you got raised. I didn't know if it was just for every system shock. Because if that were the case, then polymorph, no one would want. Well, I guess polymorph other, no one wants to be polymorph. Potentially, you could though.
Yeah. So okay. So that's so yeah. So if we're Ghostbusters, okay,
yes.
We're gonna be Ghostbusters. Number one, we need to be young but have a very big lifespan.
Yes.
So do we want to be
elves, gnomes? This is the only time gnomes would be good. They got a long life.
So elves, gnomes, dwarves, right? That's our Ghostbusters.
Yep.
You want to have a high con, right? High con.
Yes, you definitely want a high con because you're going to be rolling system shock if you play this rule.
Yeah. So your gnomes, dwarves, and elves. You have high con, and we need a way to get to the ethereal plane, right? Because we're not going to fight this guy on the prime material plane. We're going to, and we understand we'll have a magic jar plan. So if magic jar happens, we'll subdue, grapple, and so that's your Ghostbuster team. That's pretty dangerous stuff.
Yeah, you'd be page 13.
Okay.
Well, I'm just reading what he says here. Yes. I don't see where it loses the con. I'm sure if you just put it in here so we don't... Oh, yes. I'm sorry. You're saying... David's saying you lose con as you age. Yes, you're exactly right. No, I'm sorry.
On the aging table.
Right. Yes, he's exactly right. I got confused. I thought he was talking about like if you die and you're raised and you survive the resurrection, you lose a point of con. I thought it was the same kind of thing, but no, I see what he's saying. Yes.
And so eventually you're going to have to be like, look, guys, I'm going to have to retire.
But some people it's good for. Like if you were young, I know a number of like fighters.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If they only get aged 10 years, they become mature, and now they get a +1, what is it, strength or con, or one of those they get.
Bottom line is, run.
Right. Bottom line is, we've been talking about this for an hour, and we still haven't run the encounter.
And the treasure type, the treasure type. That's the lair, isn't it? I mean, is the ghost traveling around with potions?
No, you have to find where his body or her body is.
Yeah, and then you got to find where. So basically, if you're going in to find the treasure and you counter the ghost, like, well, we got to kill the ghost to get the treasure.
Yeah,
that's exactly it. Otherwise, if you just happen to come upon a ghost. I mean,
you should run. If it's that's the whole thing with random monsters. That's the idea of random monsters. If they're not in their lair, you don't want to fight them there. Because they're not worth it. They don't have money on them.
Right.
It's the same thing with the dragon. If the dragon's flying over you, you want to hide and follow the dragon. Because if you kill the dragon, you don't find its lair. You don't get its treasure. Yeah,
you numbskull. You waited. Follow. What's wrong with you? Do you think is the ghost treasure in the ethereal plane or the prime material plane?
No, it's I would say prime material.
Yeah, he just sort of likes it, right? I mean, he's like makes him happy or she happy, knowing it's there.
Yeah,
okay. I gotta tell you, ghosts are pretty cool, though.
Yes.
I like the idea of ghosts. And so we don't have time for Banshee, obviously.
No, we don't have time for Banshee.
We didn't roll Banshee, so
We
sorry,
didn't roll
Banshee.
Banshee.
We didn't roll- all
You
right.
can look up Banshee on your own. So, it's initiatives. So
Oh my
now we got to
God.
roll surprise.
How's Vic doing?
I don't know. I haven't seen Vic in a while. He's probably said, "You guys are morons."
We're moving on. Well, then that's fine. Then we can do the Wizard as a Hobgoblin there. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
Sorry.
right. No, he's fine. Vic knows this show. He knows us. So, okay. So, surprise. Now we also have to figure out if it's daylight or not. So roll a d8.
That's right. Okay. 7.
So it's pretty dark. So I think that's good for the Mastiff. That's good. All right. So it's shadowy.
So you're a ghost in the abyss. Okay, it's shadowy. All right. What?
David
happened?
just reminded me about divine intervention. Why?
Well, but that's at the end, right?
Yes.
Ooh, the deity. Oh, and there's gonna be like a good. Oh, I'll be a devil.
Could be. All right, we'll have to figure that
Oh
out.
yeah, the ghost. That's a devil.
Let's roll initiative. Let's roll surprise.
Okay. Okay. I'm the ghost.
You're the ghost.
I'm ghosty. Okay. I have a 3.
Casper. I rolled a 3 too. Okay. No surprise.
I have a stuffed little animal. It's a ghost that we got our daughter way back when. So if the ghost wins, we'll have a little mascot.
That would be good. I rolled a 3 as well.
Okay. So you may be. So I know you're just a dog, but you're freaking out, aren't you?
No, not yet. It's only humanoid creatures freak out.
Oh, you're right. So the dog is just like alert. It's like when your dog is like, yeah, and you're like, what's going on? Or like my cats will like be watching something, and I'm like, there's nothing there, and they're very alert. That's okay. Your ears are up.
Exactly.
Okay. So, well, are we declaring action now?
It's initiative, yeah, declaring action. Well, we got to figure out how far we are.
Oh, it's us.
We're outside, we said, 80 yards.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So you can't jar me right now.
I can't. That's right. That's like the spell range.
60 feet, it says.
Okay. Okay. So we are. All right. So I'm closing.
I'm going to bay on you. I'm going to.
Oh, that's right. This is awesome. This is like who's scarier.
That's right. Boo. Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Boo.
Yeah. Okay. This is like the Halloween app. This should be our Halloween one. Okay. So wait, what happens now? I've got to do a save.
No, first it's initiative.
Oh, okay. Oh, wait. Okay. Initiative. Wait, can't you bay from a distance?
I may, but you're going to move to close and then you're going to bay. Maybe I'll get an opportunity attack.
Okay.
Even though I can't hit you.
Okay. So I'm. Ow! Someone's biting me. I'm rolling initiative.
Yes.
Again. All right. I rolled a 5.
I rolled a 5. It's simultaneous.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay. So we're declaring now, right?
Well, we did declare.
Oh.
I'm baying. You're moving to close.
Correct.
So you
Correct.
move. As you move to close, you hear this baying. So now you need. And,
I gotta do my save, right?
Now, what did we say about the save?
Okay.
Do you have the monster manual too?
I think it's everything. Hang on. Where's monster manual 2? I gotta get Do you have Shadow Mastiff up?
No, I don't even look it up anymore because I've memorized it at this point.
How many? He's been the champ for a long time, hasn't he?
Yes.
How long?
You're gonna have to get a Rottweiler or something.
Ow. Okay, is it under Shadow? I gotta look. Ow.
Yes, Shadow Mastiff. Wow. What is? Do you have pants on?
Yeah, it was biting me through. Yes, biting me through my pants. And
That sounds profane. That sounds weird.
Well, it was about to get weird. I put an end to it.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm not that weird, I assure you. Okay, I don't know where. There it is. Under Mastiff.
I love pets only when it's cold. That's right. So.
Oh.
That's from what was that from? That's from a famous movie.
Okay, thank God. Okay, so the baying of a pack of shadow mastiffs is certain to cause panic. Resulting flight directly away from the baying while dropping any item held in the hand, unless a save is supposed to be. So I think it's all together. I think it's one save. You fail to save, you flee and drop. It's not a flee or drop.
Okay.
Or drop.
Is that what we're saying this week? Because next week it'll change, but that's where we're going.
No, I feel very strongly about that.
Okay.
That makes most sense. So I get okay. So I'm a ghost.
Right.
So I'm off the fighter table, right?
Right.
Oh, and I'm hit dice at 10.
Yeah, and you're +9 because it's only one Shadow Mastiff.
Oh,
So.
jeez. Okay, let me just. But a 1 always fails.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, I'm rolling. Here we go. I rolled a 1. I rolled a. I'm scared of a dog.
I'm dead.
Oh, what?
I'm
You gotta
dead.
get it.
I'm dying. This is the COVID I got yesterday for my birthday. That's it.
That's right. It's So yeah, okay. So I flee. I'm a ghost. I'm like, wait. How do I explain myself to the other ghosts?
I don't know how you do that.
I hope no one saw that. That's embarrassing.
That's like a TikTok video or a YouTube video, Instagram.
I'm scared by the baying of a shadow mastiff.
So you flee in terror, right? Isn't that what it says?
Yeah, dropping. I don't think I have anything. So I go back to the
You just run away, I guess. All right. So the Shadow Mastiff somehow has survived a Kyrin or Kirin and a ghost.
Yes. And others too. I mean, those of course are the most notable ones.
Right.
But wow, this Shadow Mastiff does not mess around. Do we have a name for the Shadow Mastiff?
No, well, as soon as we name him, he'll be dead. But for now, he's
all right. So maybe he should just be nameless.
We should name it. So the ghost defeated.
I cannot believe. I thought for sure you had to thought the ghost. We were just talking about how incredible the ghost was. We spent an hour on how amazing. Oh, but wait a second. Hold on. Wait a second. It was simultaneous initiative.
Right. So yeah, you moved forward to try to magic jar me. I did my thing, and now you turned around and ran.
Oh, so that was my move. I got it. So my action was moving, was closing, and your action was baying.
Right.
So I don't even get a chance to magic. Wait, I do get divine intervention.
Yes, you do get your divine intervention.
You were gonna say that. You weren't gonna mention it, were you?
I did mention it before. I told David, why would he do that to me?
David said it, but you were like gonna let it go now. If I had not said that,
I would have looked back at my outline and been upset that I missed it somehow.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna. Can I roll?
Of course you can. Of course.
Okay. Well, I've got a kitten in the cow. I got a kitten. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna roll. All right. So here we go. This is not easy.
You're gonna assault the cat?
I'm gonna try not to.
Don't hurt the. Don't. Well, no.
This is reckless. It's not intentional.
I'm calling ASPCA.
Okay. Okay. What? It's a 7. It's a 7. It's a kitten. Don't. No, the kitten moved it. It was a 7. The kitten has destroyed evidence. The kitten. And now it says 97. No, that's not true. The kitten destroyed evidence. It was a 7. I swear I'm lawful neutral. I don't lie, except periodically.
Okay. It's a 7.
But that just means something may be being sent.
Right.
Now, but I'm level 10 ghost.
True.
That means I have a 10% chance of it actually coming, right? Because you got now.
Well, the question. This is a good question from our dear friend. Oh, he didn't die, so why would he get divine intervention? Isn't the whole point of divine intervention when he's about to die? It's just anytime you're about to lose, you get divine intervention. Okay, you need help.
Don't you think?
Sure. Yes. Yes.
Poor Vic. Vic is like, I'll go get my dry cleaning. I'll be back. I'll be ready to go. They'll still be talking.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a 10% chance.
All right, of the actual deity coming.
Devil, baby.
Devil. Well, it could be devil.
It could be. We don't know. 20. Boo.
Okay, so I'm saying a lemur comes to help you.
Okay, that's fair. We did talk about lemurs, so the blob. Yeah, that's fair. I agree with that. I'm like, huh? If I win this, I should become a specter.
Okay.
Don't you think?
Sure.
All right.
Of course, the lemur can't be killed permanently because.
Wait, coming. Well, am I on the? I mean, well, I don't know how a lemur was faring in the abyss.
That's true.
This is chaotic. Okay.
Well, it's some kind of astral plane, ethereal plane. Well, it's I don't even know how this all works. Yeah, it's all jacked up.
All right, so the lemures are the form from which the dead who inhabit the 9 planes are put in. So most of your lawful evil dudes are you can expect
right.
to be lemure. Okay. These vaguely human blobs are then tormented by devils. Their minds are quite, so I'm being tormented. Their minds are quite gone, and they will attack anything non-devilish, which they see. Oh, this is great. So like, you just drop me there, and I start attacking the dog.
Right.
If I can see it. Lemures regenerate at a rate. Oh, I'm like a troll. Regenerate at a rate of 1 hit point per melee round, so they are not usually destroyed by the wounds inflicted on them by their environments. Oh, right. So that's awful.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to regenerate. So you're torturing me, and then I heal.
Right.
And then you torture me, and I heal.
Exactly.
You know what this sounds like? Torture.
The show or Lemure?
Yeah, right. It sounds like hell. Okay. The show. Okay. So they're not usually destroyed on them. These wretched things can be. Why the hell do I want to be lawful evil? My God, I'm really playing the law. I'm really hoping to become a ghost. 'Cause this is a terrible idea. I'm gonna say that to player characters. Like I'm lawful evil. I'm like, all right, that's fine. But when you die, you're a lemure, and then you're gonna continue to play the lemure. That should dissuade people from playing lawful evil characters. These wretched things can be destroyed permanently only by. Uh-oh. James, you're in trouble. These wretched things can be destroyed permanently only by blessed things. Holy water, holy source. They are not subject to any form of sleep charm or the like.
Right.
What happens here? So it's Lemure versus Shadow Mastiff. If you get me down to 0, what happens? Or do you think you win? I just become like a blob back in hell?
Yeah, I think you go back. That's what I'm going to say because.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's not
or
like
the other thing is you're going to fail your save against the baying and you're going to blob away.
blob back to hell. That's right. Okay.
All right, so now it's initiative. I'm sticking with my main attack.
Okay.
Baying.
All right. Okay, I am declaring. Well, I'm attacking. That's what lemures do. Anything
That's
on
right.
sight.
Yeah,
Ooh, a 6.
I rolled a 6 too. How about that? So I'll get you get your attack.
My movement is 3 inches. I feel like I should be like the zombie rule and everything's right. I should be like last attack, like a zombie. Zombies probably move faster than 3 inches.
They do. They move faster.
Right? Okay. So I'm attacking you, right?
Yes, it's simultaneous, and then you're going to make a saving throw. So go ahead and make your attack.
But what's the business about seeing you or something? You're in the dark?
It's hard to see me. But that's if I attack, which I'm not doing.
Oh, you're in the corner bang. I got you. Okay. All right. Okay. Wait, do we need to roll for if you're surprised? Would you be? You should have to roll for a surprise. A blob just appeared.
I rolled a 6 for surprise, so it didn't happen.
You're like, oh yeah. You're like ready. You're like, so when your ghost, you're like, oh yeah, I know a lemure's coming. I'm ready.
I heard him say something as he screamed out of sight.
Hell.
To all a good Merry Christmas and all a good night. That's exactly.
So the Shadow Mist will be like, oh my God, is it going to be Asmodeus? And then like a lemure comes, you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'm attacking. I rolled a 19.
That's a hit. Do your damage. Do your worst.
1 to 3.
1 to 3.
How blob-like. Okay. 2.
Okay, he's got 10 hit points.
Oh, you know your hit points.
Yes.
Okay.
He has 12.
All right.
Okay,
you
so
only
now.
have 4 hit points? Do you only have 10 hit points?
12. I had 12. Now I'm down to 10.
Gee, okay. I got a shot. All right. So
Now
now you're paying,
Yeah,
and I'm rolling.
please.
I get please get a 1. 5.
5. You're
good.
3 hit dice.
That sounds really bad.
3 hit dice. 3rd level fighter. So I haven't been this excited in about an hour.
He scares creatures from hell. Creatures from hell.
You
are
need a
scary.
16, right? Save versus spell. You need a 16.
I got a 5. I wasn't like.
So yeah, you failed.
So I blop bloop.
So they start going the other way. I get my opportunity attack now.
Oh, thanks.
I missed. But now he disappears too.
Okay. Wow.
You can't stop this guy.
Yeah, machine.
He
It's
is
like the Mike Tyson.
He is a machine.
Wow.
He's awesome. Let's
Yeah, his
see.
record incredible. I mean, yeah. Okay, I never would have thunk it that the shot. It's that baying.
Yeah,
It's like poison. There's some of these special attacks really make a difference. Okay.
well, it's the poison of this event.
It is. It is. All right.
Let me get our dear friend on, who's been we're only 30 minutes late. He's probably okay.
I figured 10 was probably going to be more realistic. That's usually when we have an intermission.
We don't need intermission. There's no intermission today. We're going straight into it.
Yeah.
I'm going to get him going while you talk. Hey, hello, Vic. Thank you.
Okay.
I'm we got to get Vic on as soon as possible. This just to end the madness.
You mean Dan's madness? He's got a spell of babble put on him.
This is.
Yeah, I'm feeble-minded.
This is how he rolls.
No. Opposite.
This is how he rolls, baby. All right, and I'm going to cut you in. And again, welcome. So we have a new little figure, Mr. Vic Dorso. How are you, sir?
How's fine.
How's the world treating you up there in the Northlands?
Yeah, a little colder the last couple days, but it isn't too bad. I'm still wearing shorts and sandals.
That's good.
Vic, are you moving, or were you recently fired from your office job?
Why do you say that?
I see a lot of boxes back there, like file boxes.
No, I've been trying to go through all my Dungeons and Dragons stuff and figure out what I've got and sort of store away some stuff that I've got duplicates and triplicates of. I've got.
You can just sell all those boxes like sight unseen, like Storage Wars, on eBay.
I got like 6 boxes of extra stuff. Plus, I've got my shelf to my left here, and I got another shelf back here that's full of Dungeons and Dragons stuff that I've sort of been going through to figure out, am I using this or not? So.
Okay. Jeannie finally.
That's right.
Said you needed to do that.
Well, at least it's stuff. It's D&D stuff, not.
Actually, there's no intervention on that part because she actually takes some of this stuff and goes upstairs with it and does her thing with it and then brings it down. So there's no problem. Not like at James's house where it's got to be sort of confined.
As long as it's in my little domain, it's okay. It's when it moves out, that's when I get in trouble.
Yep. It gets ceremoniously dumped back in there on the desk right there, James.
Yeah, well, I don't even bring it downstairs. It has to stay up here in the Grog studio, which is somewhat back to normal after my little power surge. Ridiculousness. But so you're working on some new products. Why don't you talk about that first, and then we'll do our Greyhawk hexcrawl.
Oh, well, the first project I'm working on is... well, I guess I could say it's with a former guest of yours and Dan, Robert Ritchie, another person I know named Forrest Killian Smith, and myself. I am putting together a compilation of adventures for a book. We're going to put it in a yellow binding and hopefully have it out by Christmas.
Oh, that's awesome.
So we're going to Kickstarter this. And we have James Ward has signed on for this thing. So he will be the headliner, of course.
Wait, I can't have top billing? We should do it in alphabetical order. Don't you think that's only fair?
Sure. Reverse alphabetical order. How about that?
Fair enough.
How many adventures is going to be roughly, you think, Dan? Vic?
Right now, I'm counting 5. James Ward's working on his as we speak. Dan has his already done. I've been helping Dan a little bit here, close some loopholes. Robert Ritchie's been working on his. I haven't seen Forrest Killian Smith's yet, and mine is complete. So.
Excellent. And you'll send us the link for the Kickstarter so we can put that up on the site and Twitter and everything else?
Yes, it'll all be up on the site. I'm going to talk to the printer on Monday and start nailing down pricing per page because from what I hear, Dan's got 40 pages.
Does this surprise anyone?
No, Robert Ritchie says he's at 40 pages. James Ward's at 20. So, I mean, right there we've got 100 pages. I've got another 20 pages. And I don't know what Forrest is at yet. So it could be a fairly hefty book like the Dungeon Master Guide. It's going to be fairly hefty, and hopefully we can sell enough of them to make this a viable venture, so that every 6 months we can make another one. So
Cool.
if anybody's got ideas or an adventure they'd like to submit, they can get a hold of me through the GROGTALK or whatever, and I'll take a look at it, and we'll see what we can do.
So you can either info at GROGTALK. You're on Facebook as well, right? Can they send it to
Yep.
your Facebook group?
Yep, Angry Dwarf Games on Facebook. So if they want to get a hold of me that way, they can just send it to Angry Dwarf Games. Message me there, and I'll get back to you.
I have no
right away.
problems us picking it up, but I don't want to delay anything because I know you want to get this moving forward. So that's super cool. I think this is a great product and a great opportunity because we got a lot of talented people. I mean, your adventure, I mean, we always enjoyed the one that you've published and was a successful Kickstarter. A lot of good folks. This would be John wants to know, what's the name of the project? Do you have a working title for the book?
I'm calling it right now Dangerous Destinations.
Dangerous Destinations.
Because you're going all over the place. We got one going to hell, one going to an island. We're going all over the place with these. And I'm trying to make sure everybody has theirs basically site neutral, so you can place it in any campaign that you have, so that you're not stuck in saying Greyhawk or Eberron or I don't remember what Dragonlance is, but you're not stuck in those settings.
Isn't that what it is, Kryn?
Yeah, Kryn. Or Hollow World or whatever, but it's sort of site neutral, so that you can place it anywhere in your campaign and keep coming back to it. Sort of like I did with the Keep at Blood Red Falls. I took out all the references of Greyhawk and stuff like that, but I basically made it site neutral so that you could place it wherever you needed to.
Do you think they're travel agents? Like you go to, I've got an adventure here, and
It does sound like a travel book.
Right, we got a dragon. I got a package with a red dragon. So begin good treasure, and
it's a good coffee table book for Christmas. Dangerous Destinations. Oh, look at this. So, well, very good. Well, if we can be helpful besides Dan working on it, that'd be good.
Put your characters through you could just open it up, and you got a year or two worth of campaigns. You could take your group through it and see how long they survive. The insidious traps and everything else that's come up, and from the dangerous minds that we are.
Yeah, hey, it's a great opportunity. So that'll be on Kickstarter, and it's an opportunity for folks if you like people still making first edition, old school type adventures.
Plus, it's a good way for aspiring artists to make a little coin too, because what we're going to do is we're going to be taking the profits, and then we're paying for the book and everything else, and then we're dividing it by prorate by how many pages you've produced, so that you get a check for your prorated work.
Awesome. That's and again, it'd be nice to make some money, but it's really more about keeping things going, keeping the community going, and if you make a quality product, people are going to buy it. So that's super cool. Well, very good.
Well, I'm working with a couple artists one artist actually for the cover. I still haven't heard from him yet, but I'm hoping to license it so that it's a really semi-famous art right now from Dungeons and Dragons, or a Dungeons and Dragon based artist. So I'm hoping that comes through pretty quickly now.
If I could do the gelatinous cube one for you if you'd like. That's my art form at this point.
That's your specialty.
That is my specialty. So, all right, well, very good. Let's. So I appreciate you wanting us to. We haven't done this. We started this back in October of last year. I am prepared for the adventure, right, Dan? You're prepared as well,
right? But first, before anything happens, James, I need you to roll 4d6.
I can do that. Add it together or drop one? Okay, hold on. So right now I have a 5, 4, and a 3, and a 2, so I have a 12.
Okay, that's all I need. I just needed that to continue here.
But I do have my stats if you need them as well.
Right. Well, the next morning you are you're inside of the town. I don't remember which the name of the town is, but the wagon train is assembling for your journey up through the pass to go over to Colbutt.
That's right. Over by we went east or west at this point. That's right. We're almost back to civilization, somewhat.
You are in civilization. It's just now that you're trying to get south towards Greyhawk, and this is one of the fastest ways to get there. So, and James, you had coughed up 4 gold pieces, and Dan, you're 1. When you come back to the when you're assembling, a large woman holding a tent tosses you into your arms and says, "This is our tent," and pack it away. And James or Dan, the head of the guard, tells you you're bunking with her at night.
Ooh.
All right.
So that's a little interesting. I'm by myself.
No.
Okay.
The woman who threw you the tent said that's our tent.
So why are we being split up? Is just curious. Is this some custom that?
That's what the head of the wagon train has decided.
Interesting. Well.
So hold on. I gotta grab one of my dice trays here.
Well, being the lusty jerk that I am, I'm thinking this is a pretty good opportunity. You know, I have Queen running in the back of my head at this point. So.
All right. So we're gonna head up through the mountains of here, and hold it 1 second here because I've been cleaning this office. I have to grab my Greyhawk box set here.
And just James, so you were having a good time, right? Making little comments about how you're prepared, which I know you were suggesting I'm not. Is that right?
I wasn't implying or suggesting anything. I was just saying I am prepared.
No. People listen to the show long enough. They know exactly. They know you. They know what you're implying. And just let you made a big error, James.
Okay.
Big mistake. You indicated that you had done yours on the computer,
yes.
Right? Guess what?
You
so
found
did
it?
I. Yes, I found it. I am Mendy Push Info.
Very good.
I'm AC10. I wish I hadn't found it, frankly. I'm AC10 with the 3 hit points.
Yes, you have 3 hit points. You know.
I have light, spider climb, message, and read magic. I'm clean. Honestly, it's like I'm looking for a date. I'm clean.
So I pulled out my Greyhawk map. Now, I don't know if you guys can see
we're in the hold of Stone Fist.
But you guys are right here in Purmill. Yeah. And you're going to go up through this pass and go to Calbutt through the Griff Mountains here, which is in the Duchy of Tenth.
Yeah.
All right. They pronounce it Calboot.
Vic wasn't too impressed with your character recreation, but the only reason you found the character was because I finally probably prodded you remembering that you did put it on the computer, so that was good.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
All right. So we're ready. So we're in the train taking the pass. Is that correct, Vic? Excellent.
Right.
So before we leave for the morning spell, I will prepare sleep. Of course, that is my one spell. So that's what I'm going with.
And I will prepare. That's why we're both magic users. I will prepare spider climb.
Spider climb. Okay.
It's a comparative analysis, I assure you.
Okay. First day out. Ooh, you already encountered something. Roll me a percentage die, gentlemen. So
I'll let Dan do it since he's been exceptionally well at this.
Yeah, I don't need to cheat on this one, right?
He doesn't tell you what it is.
Roll it again.
Is it a Lemure? A Shadow Master?
A ghost?
A ghost. I'm definitely fleeing if it's a ghost. I'm going to try to bay, see if it works.
Roll again, Dan.
Percentile?
Yes.
Okay. 74.
Ah, 74 on the table says.
We really should have just combined Vic's hexcrawl with the random encounter.
Well, this isn't good. You're being attacked by trolls.
There's an S there.
I heard plural.
Yeah, well, we'll find out soon enough, Dan. Why don't you roll I think it's a D, what's it, a D20 in the Magic
I think it's like
Monster
a D,
Manual
it's
for
D,
the...
it's either a D20 or D12.
For number
of appearance, D2 2 to
What?
16, 1 to 20, something like that.
You gotta be kidding me.
It's a D12.
Yeah, D12.
That's ridiculous. Wait,
It's a D12 page.
Hey, you're not allowed to look in the
97.
monster manual. You're the player. Put it down.
Yeah, that's illegal. Now I get to double the amount of...
you're supposed to
in my
describe
game,
it.
I get to double the amount of monsters if I do that.
Oh, you sound like a fun DM.
I'm trying to keep this on.
A 12? Oh, you gotta
I'm
be
trying to
kidding
keep this
me.
honest. Of course you rolled a 12.
Okay. Well, you're all dead.
Well, there's a wagon train. How many people are
All right.
with us?
James, I think we'd have time.
I tell you what, to figure out the wagon train, let's go, Dan, let's go a D12 to figure out how many wagons you have.
Okay.
1.
All right. James, we're gonna have time to do the.
Yeah.
Have you ever played
This may be quick.
10.
We got
Okay.
10
that's good.
wagons. Let's see. There's an average of 2 people per wagon so for steering, and then you've got to figure out there's how many guards per wagon. And we'll do a D4 on that. Only 1 per wagon. So there's 10 men at arms, yourselves, plus I would probably say there's about 20, 30, 40, probably about 50 people in your group. So there's 12 of them. You know, 50% of those are completely worthless as fighters.
Well, that includes us.
Throw them over. Let's throw them over and keep going. Throw 12. There's 12 trolls.
Let's roll at. Let's see how far away they are from you. Roll a. Since they're giant creatures, roll a 12-sided die, Dan.
Okay. 2.
20 yards.
They're like under the wagon. We've been carrying them along.
20 yards. You see them 20 yards away.
Wow.
What would you do?
Who's the lookout?
It's,
James.
not me. We're in the back. I'm in the train with the large woman.
Luckily, you're not too far out of town. Do you want to just turn around and go back, or abandon the wagons and go back, or what
I'm
do you want
running
to
for
do?
my life.
Riding the who's in charge?
Huh?
Who's in charge?
Yeah, this wagon train lady.
Well, the wagon master is in charge. He's gonna look at it and go, "Oh my God!" And he's gonna, he's either gonna do a fighting retreat or he's just gonna run.
We're running. I'm running.
We should ghost it.
That's right.
Flee.
Flee. I'm gonna try. If there's I don't know if they've surrounded us or they're coming like 12 in a gaggle. Whichever way they're coming, I'm running the other way.
You're jumping out of the
They're
wagon.
coming from the southwest. So southwest. Oh, they're on the trail ahead of you.
Oh yeah. Well then we're going back. We see them. When they start engage, I assume they're going to attack the wagon. If they're
always voracious. A troll is
Right,
always
so,
voracious.
if that's what's good, if I see them attacking, I'm getting out. I don't know what wagon I'm in, but I am now getting out of the wagon and moving towards the back of the train, which is opposite where they're camping.
Now, Dan said there's 10 wagons. You're in wagon number 1, Dan. Or James.
Yeah.
Dan is in the 9th one. You're the
Yes.
Hell.
I'm fleeing.
Now, remember in a hex crawl, you guys, you're looking at how far a wagon is from each other. You've got the wagon, you've got the horses. You've probably got 4 horses.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's a good distance. I mean, we were talking 40 feet in between each other.
Yeah.
So, Dan, you're probably 360 feet behind where James is minimum.
I recommend to the driver of our wagon that we turn around and head back to town.
Yeah, I recommend that I get out of the. As soon as I see the trolls, that's my action. If there's an initiative, I'm jumping out the back. And if I survive that jump,
James is gonna run, and they're all gonna go
That's
after
fine.
him.
All right. Let's let James, since you're in the nose, why don't you give me a 10-sided
10-sided.
die and tell me what you get.
I rolled a 9.
Guess what? I rolled a 1, so you see the trolls before they see
Oh yeah, I'm
you.
totally getting out. I scream, run, trolls! And I run back the other way. I jump out and start running the other way.
Okay, you run the other way.
Benny Hill
The
style.
captain of the guard, which was with Dan at the time, rides forward with the rest of her troops, and she urges Dan's character to ride up with you. And as she's riding forward, she urges. She doesn't say
I'm a
you
magic
have to.
user. I have 3 hit points. I have spider climb. Do you know this?
And she urges, and she's passing you. She urges you to turn around and fight too.
Who, me?
As the wagons are turning around. What are you gonna do?
She urges me to fight, right? Mindy pushing
She
fire?
urges both of you.
No, James. I say to James. Oh no, I don't like this.
As James is riding past.
So I didn't know I had a horse. I assumed I just jumped out of the wagon. I didn't know I was on a horse. So, was I on a horse or am I on foot?
Didn't you buy a horse?
Well, but we've been been to hell and back, so I didn't know if I had a horse.
Well, you should have wrote that down. I thought you did.
Did you write that down?
We didn't
Your
have.
character,
I had a
James?
dog, Vivi. I didn't have a horse because we were going on the boat originally. Remember, we were on the.
All right. Well, the wagon train supplied horse that you're on.
Okay. Yes.
You're going to turn around.
No,
and
I'm
go?
going to say as I hear them. Yeah, I'll be prepared to cast my spell, and I stand. As I let them go in front of me, and then I'll be behind them, way behind them.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not going to run. I mean, if
Okay.
I'm on a horse, I feel a lot better. I thought I was in a slow wagon. If I'm on a horse, let's see. I feel like I can out-gallop them.
Well, there's always spare horses.
Yeah. Well,
on
if I'm on a horse,
especially going up through the
I
mountains,
feel much
so-
better. I say, all right, Mendy, you stay with me, and we'll see how this goes. Let's prepare our spells. You know, I start I'm pretending I'm incanting. I'm pulling out my regents. Hopefully, that'll convince them that I'm a powerful magic user. So.
Yeah, I like that idea. I'll do the same.
Yeah.
Sure.
With my 15 comeliness, by the way. So.
Let's see here. What do I want to do? How do I run this combat? Because there's 66. The wagon train owner turns around and starts heading the other way, back towards town.
Well,
Let's go with him. You know what, Mendy? What's your? I'm Mendy. What's your name, James?
Samus Calamus.
Samus?
Yeah, sleep. I'm sleep. Somnum.
Somlin?
SOMMNUM. Somnum.
Somlin.
Right, so you guys, as they're doing a fighting retreat as your wagon train heads back into town.
Do I want to try to be a ghost? That's really the question. Because I could cast sleep on the fighters, let them be eaten alive, but I'm not going to do that. So yes,
Why don't you magic?
because I'm not that level. So okay, yes.
Before you make it to town, 3 of the wagons are overcome by the trolls, and they are feasting on the horses and whatever flesh they can find, and tearing through the things. And you guys make it in the town. All right.
Oh my God, this is terrible, Mindy. What are we going to do? I mean, there's a whole gaggle of trolls. Well, we probably go to the town constable or the burgermeister or whoever is here, and with the wagon train owner, and petition them that this road needs to be cleared.
All right.
Weren't we hired? Were we hired to provide security?
Yeah, that was our job.
All right.
We were.
As you get into town, the wagon train owner breaks off, goes to the captain of the guard, reports the incident, and the horn goes up, and within 30 minutes, you see about 150 men get together, and they start to march out to kill off the troll horde.
We should follow.
We'll follow with them, of course. We're with the captain.
Yeah, shaking our
That's right.
fist. And
You follow with them.
I have my darts.
So there's a pitched battle for about 30 to 40 minutes out on the field plains, and the trolls are finally burned in large bonfires and everything else. The horses, of course, are all dead that were there, but the 90% of the goods in the wagons are still ready to go. So they decided the next day they're going to try to start off again, going up over the pass.
Well, before we do that, is there an adventurer in the train, like maybe someone who's a thief or a ranger who is with the group? Because we want to find these trolls. We want to find their lair and find their money. See if they came from somewhere.
Yes, there is.
So we approach.
Dan, roll me a 10-sided die.
Okay. 6.
There's a 6th level ranger.
So we talk to him or her and we say greetings. And with these these trolls, there are an extraordinary number of them. There may be more. Should we try to track and see where they came from?
No. They given a definitive no to you.
With my extraordinary 12 charisma, that didn't. What's your charisma, Mendy?
Hang on.
I think it's like 10. Exactly.
11.
Okay. Well, it was a good idea. Okay, fine. Well, hopefully this town will be here when we come back, and it's not overrun by the troll hordes.
Yes. All right. So the next morning, the owner of the wagon train, or the merchant, has set up his the train again. This time he's hired 20 extra guards.
That's good.
To go. So there's 40 guards. There's about 40 people for operating the train. Now you're down to 9 wagons. James, you're in wagon, the last wagon.
I like that so far.
And Dan, now you're up in the front.
Which means the next encounter is going to attack from the back. It's going to come from the rear. That's.
We bought a ride, if I recall correctly. We're not protection,
we're a little bit
are
of
we?
both. I think that was part of it. I think we saved some money by saying we would help protect the wagons.
Well, we need to save more money, frankly. Otherwise, letting us continue. Okay.
All right. First day out, nothing. Second, nothing. Fourth, fifth. Wow.
Let's see if we get to Greyhawk. Well, we're not going to Greyhawk.
Over the pass. Ooh. Dan or James, why don't you two give me a percentage?
All right, Dan, do
die.
it again. I mean, what could be possibly worse than the 12 trolls you rolled up?
Oh, an 8.
Oh, you guys are going to be lucky.
Well, we like lucky.
You like lucky. All right. And bet you have 10th and 8. Oh, well, maybe not so lucky. Roll me a percentage die, Dan.
This place is dangerous. There's like monsters everywhere.
This is why people like hex crawling with me, because I do make it dangerous.
33.
33. And hobgoblins. Dun, 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 dun.
That's worse than the other thing.
Roll me a percentage, Dan.
We should parlay. We should join the
Right.
hobgoblins. That could be fun, right?
I think we have a better chance with them.
80, yeah, right? 80, yeah. Maybe they're going to Greyhawk. 87.
87. Well, they're not in their lair, so lucky you. Roll me another percentage, Dan.
Okay. 75.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You better hope I roll low here, Dan.
Okay.
Just hope I roll low.
Hoping you roll low.
No, he's saying he's figuring out how many hobgoblins there are.
Right.
You got
Yeah.
it.
Oh yeah. Oh, so he's doing it like probably 4 to
No,
40
it's like
or something
2
like
to
that.
200 or
Ridiculous.
something, probably.
to the 200.
We come across a hobgoblin army. Maybe they're heading to Greyhawk to attack. Now that's an adventure. I like that.
What was that number you rolled for me, Dan? The
75 was the last percentile.
That's what I wanted. So there's about 80 hobgoblins here.
Oh, we need to join these dudes.
Roll a. Do you want a parlay or what do you guys want to do first?
Oh my god, my alignment's lawful good.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, James, what do you think? Should we talk to the leader?
There's a captain. There's a guard who's running this thing. We shouldn't be.
Not us. How far are we? What's the range? Tell us. What do we see? I mean, we just happen upon.
There's 88 of them.
Wow.
We can take them. We can sit.
Let's do it.
Well, you got 40 guards. You got yourselves. So with 40 guards, of course, you know in any merchant train, you've got the lieutenants, sergeants, and lieutenants, and a captain of the guards. So you add another 10 to that number. So there's 50 of you, 88 of them.
Well.
What would you like to do?
We talk to the captain or whoever's running the guard here. What's the plan?
Well, we can parlay, or we can fight.
I think we should try to parlay, and then I'll prepare my sleep spell.
Okay.
Wait, aren't there tribes? Or is
They're
that something?
lawful evil.
Yeah, but I mean, is that something else like the bone? No. Is there any? So what are their insignia? I'm trying to figure out if they might be the Rippers, the Leg Breakers, the Skull Smashers, Flesh Renderers, Marrow Suckers, Flayers, or Slow Killers. And we are in Greyhawk.
Number 7, whichever number 7 is.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, James, this is perfect. It's the Slow Killers.
Slow roasted.
So we slow. They're known for. What's their emblem?
They're gonna put you on a spit and.
So does he recognize that they're the slow killers? Like, is the guard like, oh yeah, it's the slow killers?
Well, of course, there's insignia.
Yeah, they got the spit. He was saying, there's a human being turned around and spit.
Yeah, or like a little gnome. Looks like a little pigeon.
A little flame underneath it, so you know.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Of course, there's a gnome, of course, on the spit.
Yeah. Okay, so great. So we've encountered how many? 80 some odd members of the Hobgoblin. 88 members of the Slow Killers Hobgoblin tribe upon this road.
Right.
To
roll a 12-sided die, Dan.
Okay. 2.
Well, this is an ambush. They're only 20 yards away.
Oh my gosh! So they come out. Oh boy.
Yep, they step out from the brush and everything else. And let me see here. I'm going to roll a percentage die to determine if they're only looking for money or what's going to happen here.
If they're looking for women, that'll be Dan's character. So.
Maybe they're poly or something.
If they're looking for men, that's Dan's character.
All right. Let's see here. I'm going to roll a 6-sided die. 4, 5, 6. We're going to say that they're looking for money. Everything else, they're gonna try to rob you. They're going to kill you all.
Okay.
All right.
Slowly.
Ooh. All right. What are you going to do?
Okay. So go ahead, Dan.
What I was going to say what's the captain? Are we close to the captain of this wagon train? The captain of the guard?
You're at the front.
I'm in the back.
Right next to her.
What's he saying? What do you think we should do? What's happening? What do we do?
She says, I'm going to ride up front here. She grabs a standard and rides up front with the owner and 5 guards. And she asks you to come along, Dan.
Okay, sure. Why not? I came for adventure. All right, I'm riding along. And I look very magic user-y, so I'm all kind of waving.
That's right. We have a powerful wizard with us.
Yeah.
So.
Yes, 2 powerful
wizards.
wizards.
I'm in the back. I'm in the back of the train.
I know.
All right.
I yell, bring up the powerful wizard.
and
all right.
They call back each wagon. I assume calls, bring up the powerful.
And that's what I say. Bring up the powerful wizard.
Yeah.
Figure out which page this is on because it's been a while since I've ran this to figure out the reaction of the.
50. It's in the 50s somewhere on the DMG.
I think it's 63.
I'm sorry. Encounter reactions, if that's what you're looking for.
Yeah.
There you go.
See? You got a computer mind there, James. Computer mind.
It's because I play too much D&D, apparently. Because I know they...
All right, Dan. Roll me a percentage.
Okay.
Just roll a 1. Just get it over with.
Who's parlaying? Who is this? Who's parlaying?
You
captain
and
of
the
the guard.
captain.
I'm
captain of the guard and a wagon owner and 5
Yeah, I'm in the back.
guards.
I rolled a 3. Does anyone got a good charisma that can like move this out of the bottom?
Like a 23
category?
charisma?
Yeah, right. Yeah, divine awe.
How many 20-sided guys do you think I got in there?
A lot.
Is it time for another segment of divine
Yes.
intervention? I worship Portal again or whatever. The traveling guy.
I think I got 88 6-sided or 20-sided die here. Do you want me to?
Well,
Here
here's my plan.
This is Custer's last
No.
day. This is right. This is little big.
No, no. The Custer was outnumbered 200 to 50 or something like that. So
yeah. Speaking of that, I don't know who custard is. It sounds like a dessert. My character. My plan is because I'm in the rear, and they've surrounded us basically, right? They ambushed us.
No, they're ahead of you, blocking.
Oh, they're blocking the pass. Okay, well then I'm back to my default running like a scared child.
Oh yeah, they're not on horses. I assume, right? Hobgoblins don't ride horses, do they?
No.
And I'm on a horse.
You are on a horse.
Oh yeah, I'm. Are they starting to attack?
Well, yeah. Let's go for the initiative.
Yeah, all right. Are we declaring action?
Yes, declare your actions first.
I'm getting on my
fleeing.
horse and fleeing the opposite way. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And if anyone gets between me and them, I'm casting sleep on them and then getting out of the way.
So you're like George Costanza with that episode with
That's
the
right.
fire. You're like pushing women and children out of the way. What's your alignment?
Well,
This is when Carlos Lizzie asks what
I'm
your
not going to
alignment
do
is.
that unless they get in my way.
So you're yelling, "Don't get in my way." That's the good part of your alignment.
My alignment is neutral.
I warned
My alignment
you.
is neutral.
I warned.
Neutral.
What's your alignment?
I
Just
worship
pure
Bokob the Uncaring. I don't care about you.
Oh, you're lucky now. I'm lawful good, but Dante, I'm not lawful
Well.
stupid.
Are you sure about that?
Right? I'm lawful good. I want to live to do good.
All right.
Roll initiative.
Well, when do you roll a 10-sided die?
Go ahead, Dan. I rolled last time.
Okay. All right. Well, I got a count in here. Okay. 5.
Well, it's average.
I rolled a 2. You guys
Wait.
get the advantage.
What is this strange initiative roll?
All right. I'm using one out of Dragon Magazine where you use a 10-sided die, plus you add your dexterity for your reaction adjustment.
I like
And
that.
so the higher it is, the better off you are. So if you roll a 10, you can actually have a 14. The Dungeon Master starts at 14, works his way backwards. That way you can also do your spells. So, Dan, what's your reaction adjustment with your character?
Okay, hang on. I gotta look at my dex.
Oh, yeah. Mine's.
My dex is 13, so I think that would be no
You
adjustment.
don't have it.
I have a 17 dex.
So, then you would have a plus, I think it's plus 3 or plus 2.
It's a reaction or armor class.
So I'm a 5.
Reaction adjustment.
So I'm just so James is literally leaving me in the dust.
Reaction, I'm plus 2.
Plus 2. So with a roll of 5, you would get a 7. So if you were going to cast a spell, James, I think sleep is like 4 segments or 2 segments or something like that. 1 segment. So what would happen is that I would be counting down from 14. So when I get to 7, you say, I'm doing a spell. Okay? Well, when I get to 6, the sleep spell goes off. Now, since the monsters rolled a 2, they don't have a choice. They're going to get hit with this sleep spell before they can do their
Well,
actions.
the good news is I can't take out 87 of them, so I'm not going to do that. My declared action was run like a coward, so I'm getting on my horse.
And
I'm getting on my horse and ride like the
a
wind.
Yes, ride like a
Run
coward.
away. And because I'm in the back of the train, I scream back to Mendy, run for your lives! As
I'm coming. Wait for me. Wait
While
up.
this is happening, the wagon train orders a charge, and a battle starts to ensue.
Oh,
Good.
perfect. That's a great
we're like the hobbits in the battle with the riders of Rohan as they're fighting the orcs. We crawl our way out of. We're running.
Like Mary and Pippin.
Except we're not getting captured.
All right. So to
hope.
determine if we're gonna win or lose here, how do I want to do this?
Because if they were orcs, I may have helped because I could potentially take out 4 to 16. Because they're hobgoblins.
Yeah, these are 1+1.
Yeah.
Hobgoblins
These are
one
tough.
plus one,
These are
so-
tough. They have no hope. Well, they have some hope.
All right. I tell you what. Roll me a 20-sided die. 5 times their James.
Do you want me to add it?
And give me the numbers
Okay.
that you get.
I rolled an 11, a 6, a 10, a 17, and a 7.
Oh, okay. So let me see here. I got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need one more die here. Let me see what I got. 10 and 10. So 10 of the guards die and 10 of the hobgoblins. Let's roll it again.
Okay. 9, 5, not really, 10, 7, and 20.
20 is a good one. And it's 10 and 10 again. So it's 30 versus.
This is like Dark Tower.
70.
Remember Dark Tower? Da-na, da-na, where the brigands.
Or 30 versus 60. Roll 3 times, Dan or
3 times.
James.
Okay. Da-na, da-na. 2. That's not good. 7 and a 16.
Okay, so now it's 20 versus you. You guys are gonna lose this one.
Da-na.
Wait. What do you mean, you guys? We're fleeing.
You guys are fleeing, but the other ones are.
They're gonna lose.
Roll again, James.
3 again.
20.
2
Roll
20s. Okay.
twice.
13 and an 11.
Yeah, you're down to 10 men. The wagon train order, says flee, and everybody starts to flee because the hobgoblins have now overwhelmed the wagon, and everybody's for themselves. So I assume you guys are going back up the trail. And since you guys got a head start here, you've got at least, I'd say, a 5-minute head start on everybody, and you're going back up the pass.
I think what Mendy and I should do is when we get to a high point, we're gonna look down the trail if there is one, and if we see humans come, we will join them. If we see hobgoblins, we will continue to run back down the trail.
Right. Well, I'm gonna just roll a percentage here really fast. Let's see how much. 30% of the humans escape into the mountains surrounding you. The rest of them are captured or dead. Let's see here. There's a wagon train. And the hobgoblins take over the wagon train, and you see it from your high point advantage. They're taking the wagon train up a creek bed to the north. They're going up a creek bed with those wagons.
Okay. So we're about 6 days out of the town, right? Something like that?
No, you're about
3 days. I'm sorry.
Outside of.
We're 3 days out. All the rest of the humans, for the most part, have scattered if they've survived. The 30% of them.
Right.
There's my sister and I. We're standing on a high point, and we see the wagon been co-opted by the hobgoblins and moving towards a creek to the north.
Right.
Okay, this is awesome. That's
Well, Here's the good news. What are the odds that we'll run into another band of hobgoblins on this road? I say we...
At least not the slow killers. It would be the marrow suckers or someone else.
And we'd just be like, hey, we know who the slow killers are. We can help you out.
Well, I think at this point, we what do you want to do? You want to try to head back for 3 days, or you want to let this thing clear out and then press forward?
Well, so they're heading up I think once they're out of sight. So you said, so they've lived the road, right?
Right. The hobgoblins are very, very efficient here. They obviously have a very smart leader. They take everybody that's dead, all the wagons, all the horses, everything. They do police the ground pretty well. Like, they know what they're doing because they've set this up before to kill people or attack these wagons as they're coming through.
What's how many days out would we estimate we are from Calvert?
3 days.
3 days.
I say, James. We've got our horses, so I say, James, let's just head to Calvert on our own. You and me, man. Let's move now. The hobgoblins aren't going to attack us again. They've done their daily attack.
Right.
I say you and me. I say we go maybe. How well traveled is this road in general?
It is used.
Sense of that?
It used semi-frequently.
We're only, I say, we could travel by night, James. I say we press on. You and me. What do you think?
How far are we out from our next destination? Did we even know that?
3 days. Right?
So we're midpoint.
Calvert. Yeah.
You're well over midpoint.
Let's
It
just
took
keep.
you a long time with those wagons to get up over the top of the pass.
Oh yeah, we got to
And
keep
now you're on
going.
the
We got to keep
downhill
going.
side.
I agree.
Yeah. How do you want to travel, James? You want to travel by day or by night?
We should travel by day. If we're on a trail, we want to be able to see them. If we travel by night, we get jumped on. Though these guys are the stealthy hobgoblin troll armies that pop out of the woods ambushing us. We want as least encounters as possible.
Let's all right. Let's do it. We're gonna. I assume there's nothing left.
They cleaned it up. He said
After about 6 hours of you watching, the whole scene has been cleaned. I mean, you don't see nothing besides, for weapons or anything. Occasionally, you see a human come out, and the hobgoblins will chase them down and take them as slaves or whatever, and go back up through that creek pass or through that creek to the north, the creek bed to the north.
We want to avoid all that, so we're going to ride past them.
All right. All right. 6 hours later, you notice activity down there has vaporized, and you don't see anything else. There's about 2 hours of daylight that you could tell left.
Well, we're going to ride the 2 hours, and then we'll try to camp.
And no problem. You guys find a safe place to hole up for the night, and nothing happens for that night. Next day, no problem. The third day, you're right into Colbert.
Hey, look at that. Why are we going with these trains that just attract giant hordes of vicious killers?
Right? We should look like poor, destitute, beggars. We should be like calling out. Can anyone?
Which, by the way, I will let you know if this happens again. It's just you and I. I'm casting sleep on your horse. I'm just going to let you know. just let you know that. It's just.
That seems fair.
So this way, I don't have to be faster than you. I just have to be faster than.
Right.
All right, you're in the town of Colbert. What are you going to do?
Well, tell us about Colbert. What do we see? What's it look like?
It's a frontier town, and it's well fortified, and it's a major trading post. So, what are you going to do?
And so, how far? Can you show me the map again? I'm sorry. So how far are we? Because we're trying to get to Greyhawk. So.
So you're gonna go consult a local sage or something possibly to see where you're at.
I hope I would need a sage I don't want to pay a sage to tell me what Greyhawk is. So we just volunteer that at the local inn.
All right, you're gonna go to the local inn. You're here.
So we're doing we were on a mountain pass.
Yes.
Got it. So we're doing the mountain pass, and Colbert is in the mountain. It's right after the mountain.
It's right at the base of the thing, yeah.
Mountains.
I see. So we were. No wonder we were. Man, we were going through a mountain pass. No wonder we were attacked by hobgoblins. What were we thinking? Whose idea was this? Okay.
Well,
so you can go down here to the capital,
Yeah.
and then
take
Greyhawk
take
is
a
right over here.
yeah. We
gosh.
got to take a river. We got to take the river, but the
Oh,
river doesn't
yeah.
go all the way down there. Who made these rivers?
Yeah, but it'll go a long way
Yeah.
though. It'll get us to that big sea there. I agree with you, James. Man, I want to get on a boat. So let's
You have to go down to the capital to get on a
Well, that's
boat.
what that's
For anything regular traffic, you're at the end of the line
Yeah.
here. You know,
yeah. Let's get James. Yeah, let's get to the capital and get a boat.
Yeah, take
I
a
agree
ship
with you. Don't you think?
back there. Absolutely.
Yeah, because last time we were on a boat, everything went great,
I mean, what could possibly go wrong? I mean,
right?
it's a boat. You know,
I mean, clearly.
So, how many days you plan on resting up here in town?
Oh, I'm not down any hit points. You down any hit points, James?
I still have the original 3 that I had. So
I can save it down a bit back.
you got a what?
He's being attacked by
again.
cats
Okay.
again.
Yeah, we're gonna look for either a caravan or a boat or some way to get to the capital.
All right. Well, look for a caravan going.
Hey,
to the
we've got 2
capital.
horses now, so that's good.
Or caravan?
There is a
No.
caravan leaving for the
I
capital.
know, James. Right, James. Do we need a caravan? Why do we need a caravan?
Well, so that the first encounter we can run like cowards again, and then get
And they get eaten.
yeah, and they get attacked.
So there's someone else.
Right, exactly.
All right.
Okay.
Dan, roll a 12-sided die.
I'm tired of caravans. 3.
There's 3 wagons to this
That's-
caravan, so it's a fairly small caravan. I would say maximum 30 people for this caravan. About half of those guards.
Okay, wait. Okay, James. I'm sorry, Somlin. Let's talk
Okay.
about this. Caravan versus no caravan, because I like your point, which is, don't caravans attract attention?
Well, they move slower. That's the problem, and they got money. So
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, we don't look. Let's just look poorer and ride. That's what I mean, we got to figure out. We got to know where. Is there a road to the? How do you get to the city? So we asked.
Yes, there's a river road.
There's a river road.
Yes.
So let's, James. What do
Okay,
you say?
I agree. I think that should be for the next adventure. We'll if Vic's available in 2 weeks, we should just take the river road south to the capital.
That's what I think. I don't want a caravan. I don't see the benefit.
It's just a monster. It's just a monster
Sure.
attractor, and
It is. It's like rob me, right? I mean, that's why they're hiring
Yeah.
people, right? I mean, isn't that the way the adventure starts? You're
That's right.
hired to watch the
which is
caravan.
we're trying to do the opposite. We're trying to get to Greyhawk.
Frankly, we should hire someone. We should hire guards for us. We shouldn't be the guards. We need
Yeah, we
someone
don't
to
have any
protect
money.
us.
Well, you guys haven't said you wanted to hire anybody yet to protect
it's-
you. You could hire some NPCs in Colbert, I suppose.
Well,
if
we
you
may
wanted
look at
to.
that when we start up, but we don't have that much money. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, how dangerous is this place? I understand, I mean, you can't make your way to, your odds of, if you're going to go to Greyhawk, you're going to be assailed 9 times. I think, look, I have faith in the awful nature of Greyhawk. I don't know anything I'm talking about. Yeah, I say we just ride. You and me, sister, brother.
Yes, you're the
Brother?
sister. I'm the brother.
What are you? It's hard to tell.
No, I'm
So,
not an androgynous magic user. I'm very lusty.
You're
Or
so,
so
yeah.
it thinks. Or so it
Well,
thinks.
no,
Dan.
I have a 15 comeliness. I'm
We're good.
the stat that
We're-
shall not be
we're-
named. There you go.
We're going. Yeah. We're gonna taking the river road. Just me and
Okay,
my brother.
so for the next.
Through all these caravans.
What we should do is we should wait. Do you want to wait till a caravan goes and they get destroyed and then we ride out after them?
No, we go
Right.
in advance, and if we get attacked, hey, we got info on a
Oh,
caravan.
that's good.
coming.
I like that better.
Oh, you guys are horrible.
That's awful good. I wouldn't do that. That Dan would do
Yeah.
that. I would.
Dan's lawful
Not
neutral,
Mendy,
exactly, but not Mendy.
Well, Mendy Push Info wouldn't do
Exactly.
that. So yes, we're riding alone. No, we don't need to do a lot of rest. I mean, like a day just to rest up a little. I don't know.
Yeah, we head
right?
out first light because we gotta ride during the day. We gotta be able to see them. We can't go with that. So all right. So the next time on this adventure quest, we'll be leaving Colbert by ourselves, following the river road, trying to get to the capital so we can take a boat, which will hopefully get us closer to Greyhawk.
Right, and you've got, and I'm looking at a map here on, let's see here, what is this? Anna B. Myers Fantasy Cartography.
Nice.
She's got the Greyhawk map up here. She's got a road here that goes along the river, and there's one major town in between where you are and the capital.
That is our game plan. Then we will try to make it to that town, and hopefully we'll encounter merchants and pilgrims and wonderful things on a civilized road. I mean, what could possibly go wrong in a hexcrawl?
Right.
It should just be farmers and peasants. It should be
Pixies.
maybe.
And
right.
no.
So
hex crawling is dangerous.
Yes. That's why this is my facetious wait till that. So, well, excellent. Vic, again, congratulations on the new product. Looking forward to that. Let us know. Besides keep making sure Dan stays on his deadline. We'll keep that going. Say hello to Jeannie. I hope she's doing well. So for Grog Talk, I'm James, and that's
I'm
Vic.
Dan.
Say hello. Say goodbye, Vic. And we will see you next time on Grog Talk. Take care.